I'm live, Mel. Actually live now. We're live, folks. We're here. Sunday Night Live, 7 p.m. with Unearthed. And we've got 0 people watching at the moment. But the good news is we're live both on Facebook. And we're both live on Facebook, folks, and we're live on YouTube at the same time, which is really good news. So this Sunday Night Live feature we're going to be doing now, the Sunday Night Live feature is going to be probably rolled out every Sunday unless I'm away detecting or other things. And we've got some people coming in. Andrew Allen, lovely to see you, Andrew, this evening. And you've come on this live chat via YouTube, which is encouraging. It's good to see. I think last time we didn't have the YouTube button pressed, so I do apologise for that, folks. It was entirely my fault. So we just engage purely with Facebook, the Facebook group. Are we on Facebook okay, Mel?
I'm watching you on Facebook.
Right, that's okay. Hi, Jim. Welcome, Jim. The Suffolk Hunter, how are you? Lovely to see you on this evening. We're up to 10 people watching now. I've got an announcement to make. We'll wait till we get a few more viewers first. We're going to do a free giveaway. Hi, Shane. How are you, sir? Good to hear from you, Shane. And Melanie's on as well. She's the first one via Facebook. Great to see Mel on the mend. Yeah, no, Mel's doing well. She's turned a corner, actually, Andrew, this weekend. I've seen a bit of a change in her with regards to her health. Yes, and her mental well-being, or whatever we want to call it. So she's doing good. And thanks for asking. Evening, Graham. Sorry I'm late putting kids to bed. I know the feeling. Don't worry, you've not missed anything. We're only a minute into the live feed. Anyway, we're up to 20 people already. Jeff Collins, Isle of Wight. Hi, Jeff. Lovely to speak to you on Saturday morning, Jeff, from the sunny Isles of Wight. There you go. Mind you, talking about the weather. We've had 28 degrees here today, which is quite amazing for sort of South Cumbria. Hi, Paul Clark from Facebook. How are you? There's a Facebook user. I can't see his name or her name, but good. Oh, Don Shepherd. Oh, he's a nice fellow. He's Don. Lovely to see you, Don, from sunny Scotland. I hope it's as warm there as it is here. Strongest English, very stubborn. Yeah, we are actually. We're a stubborn breed, but we won't change things, would we? Hi, Gary Corkin via YouTube. Good to see you this evening. We're up to 26 viewers, which is actually more than what we had for the whole duration of the hour-long session last week. So that's good news. Excellent news, Ray. On my own, let's just have a little click of that because it should better come up. I should better show that on this screen. No, it's not letting me do it for some bizarre reason. Well, there, it's actually working. The feature's working. Look at that. We've even got an image under the Suffolk Hunter of a hammered groat by the look of it. Edward, maybe, or one of the Henrys. Excellent news, Ray. I'm on my own good lady looks to be getting the upper hand with her cancer. Ian from Ipswich. That's fantastic news, Ian. I'm really pleased. Really pleased to hear that bit of good news. And I think the thing is with this chat, with these live streams, is that you can engage with people from the bottom of. So we've got people on here from Scotland, Fife, and places like that in Scotland already, and we've got people from the Isle of Wight. We've got people from Suffolk. We've got people from North Cumbria. We've got people from Lancashire. We've got people from Yorkshire. And it's a really good way of engaging with your friends and your community and your customers, and detectorists. And I don't know if you guys are the same, but you sometimes get a little bit bored of Facebook. It's sort of like you're typing in comments, and sometimes you make a spelling mistake, and then you've got to go back in and rectify it, and then you hear your phone pinging all the time with these notifications, which is fine. But I think these ways are much better than so somebody's just put up £2, have a beer on me. I'm not sure what that is, and that was from Robert Hunter Collinson. I've not got a clue what that is, Rob. You'll have to tell me more about that. We've got a Scouser living near Bolton, and we've also got, I'm going to put the link up from Jim Lodge. Far too sunny here in Bournemouth, prefer Cumbrian weather. Believe me, it's been pretty good here today, Jim. It's been 25 to 28 degrees. I mean, my pickup was parked up my land when me and Mel were feeding the sheep earlier, and when we got back in it was 35 degrees. I'm not 100% sure how accurate they are, but 35 degrees on the thermometer, which is pretty good. We're up to 30 viewers. Sunny South Yorkshire. Good to see you, Andrew Allen. Lovely to see you here this evening. And we've also got a bit of a superstar look, Lisa Beasley. Now, Lisa, I don't know, Lisa won't mind me saying this, but Lisa is in East Anglia, and she was one of the ladies that starred on the detecting programme in December at the Henry Cole's Great British Treasure Hunt. That was a bit of a mouthful, I nearly cocked that up. So Lisa was one of the ladies that you saw on there detecting alongside the rest of the team. So evening to you. And we've got actually somebody from New Zealand. There you go. Honestly don't know if I can click it. There's that many comments coming on, which is fantastic. Right. Let's see if we can get there. I'll go Dean Kennington. Dean Kennington's English, everybody, and he emigrated, I think, to New Zealand, and he lives out in New Zealand now. Evening, Graham. Hope you're all well up north, William, and I have just got to work. All the very best, mate. All the best to you and your son, Dean. Hope you're okay out there. And what else have we got going on? Here's Shane O'Brien. Not been out for some time, had a nervous breakdown, but getting better. Listen, Shane, you know, you look after yourself, and I know you've been through a pretty difficult time of late, but you're a top man. You know, you've got to be strong. Be strong, mate. Keep that. Get that detecting will help. Honestly, you get out detecting, it can really help with situations. So you look after yourself. Right, here we go. So we've got very first hammer, Graham. Eddie, the 4 first rain. Nice coin. Nice coin, my friend.
Do you know that I can't see what YouTube people are saying?
Oh, no, you won't better see on there, Mel. You have to go onto YouTube to see that. Sorry. Water Power, how are you, sir? I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
You might have to explain that to people.
Yeah. I'm reading comments, by the way. Melanie just said I'm reading comments off the news feed. Where I'm reading both Facebook users and I'm also reading YouTube comments as well. Cook and egg, where we are. So we've got history revisited. Cook and egg on the bonnet weather. Yeah, absolutely. I bet you could. You know, I bet you pretty much could. It was that hot. Now, I'm engaging with people that I'm not 100% sure who they are. So, Waspius Maximus, good evening, sir. Wasp and Helen, good evening to you. I love the picture of a sheep stood looking over the mountain. I like that picture. We're sheep freaks up here, remember. So any sheep crap going on, you can certainly have it. So we're going to do a giveaway tonight, folks, for some lucky individual. Andrew Allen, I can vouch for that. It beats any tablets from the doctor fresh air and walking through the fields. It does. It's been proven that outdoor life and the great outdoors is a real healer for people. Winter, spring, summer, autumn, you name it. I mean, I get bogged down with work sometimes and other pressures, and you get outside, get out walking with the dogs, or I get up onto my fields and things. It's just fantastic. Steve, that's right, Steve Power. There he is, legend. I don't know if I can put that up. It's a bit of a lag going on there. Water Power is Steve Power. There you are, Superman. We've got another little legend on now. Look at this. Sis 11, which is Dale Gowan, was beautiful, as he calls it, detecting in Suffolk today. And he actually found a Henry. No, he didn't. He found a Mary Groat. And he also found a lovely French Jetton, which is quite unusual, actually. He might give us some more information about that. A lovely man here has just come on as well, up to 30 people. That's the most we've ever had on at any one time. We've got Jeff Block on. He's a lovely gentleman. He's Jeff, still waiting for his Coiltech coil to come and arrive. He's paid for it already, pre-ordered it. So, Jeff, as soon as that comes, you're the first person to receive the Coiltech coils when they come through the door. We've got a bit of Coiltech merch here. Look, we're going to be giving away a bit of Coiltech stuff tonight, and that's one of the items. It's a cup warmer or a cup holder, and they're as rare as hen's teeth. So yeah, good to see you on, Jeff. What else have we got going on? We've got Suffolk. How is your business coped with COVID not been easy for any business? No, I mean, going back to the COVID crack, we struggled for the first. Well, we just looked at each other and thought, what the hell's going on? It was a difficult period, COVID, and then all of a sudden people started wanting to go out and detect, and so they were buying detectors. So it wasn't that bad. It was we seen through it. Sam's World of Rations, detecting is so therapeutic and relaxing. It absolutely is, because you're focusing your mind on detecting. Your concentration is away from other things, other distractions, shall we say, and it's pretty much getting onto the job of finding what's under our search files. What else have we got on coming on? Right, so we're up to 33 people. Always beautiful in Suffolk. You know, East Anglia's got the best weather. I used to detect in East Anglia around about March time, when I had a lot of permissions in Norfolk, and we always used to come back suntanned around about the middle of March. And up here in Cumbria, you didn't get suntan till June. So there you go, and that's pretty much as it was. Right, so I've got a bit of a debate on now, and I just wonder if you guys can stick with it for just about 10 minutes or so. But did anybody see the Heritage Facebook group? Is it Heritage Action they call it? Dale knows better than me. I can't remember the name. I'm actually not a member of the group, but I do see people commenting on it. And they're anti-detecting group. It's an anti-detecting group on Facebook. Heritage Action or something. And he put a picture of a copy of a screenshot of some lady on Twitter that had been up to some ancient monument, and I'm pretty sure, I might be completely wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I read it was Scotland somewhere, possibly. But if I'm wrong, don't shoot me. And she took a picture of someone or something that had dug a hole in an embankment or on the sides of this monument or wherever it was, and immediately they jumped on the detecting bandwagon. It was a detectorist. Oh, it's got to have been a detectorist. It can't have been an animal. And I looked at it and I actually thought, you know what? I don't think that's been done by a detectorist. I think I could see animal paw prints around the soil of the hole. And we all know badgers and things dig. Listen, I'm not blaming the poor badger, but it could have been a badger. But I'm damn sure that wasn't a detectorist that had been up there detecting. There was just one hole. And it definitely looked like an animal. But there you go. That's another example of these heritage type anti-detecting brigades, as I call them. You know, every chance that they get, and some of these people have got doctor and professor bolted onto the names. Any chance that they get, they'll jump on the bandwagon and start pointing the finger towards the poor, average detectorists like you and me, which I think is completely wrong. But what was good was there was a lot of detectorists already on that group and giving them it back, saying, this is impossible. It can't be a detectorist. Stop pointing the finger at detectorists all the time. So I'm really pleased with that. So they didn't have a captive audience, just their types, if you will. There was plenty of detectorists out on there giving them it back. But if you're quite vocal on there and you fly the flag for the detectorist, he bans you off. So I'm sure there's quite a few people on here that have been banned off that group already. We've got another member here. We've got, I actually pressed the wrong one there. I pressed the wrong one. Steve, sorry about that. Good luck. Good evening, Graham from sunny Oxfordshire. Len Jackman, a hell of a nice fella. He is a really nice fella, he's Len, and I've got a lot of time for Len. Well, I've got a lot of time for you all, actually. They haven't got a clue, idiots, and I guess that's about the heritage post. And it's right. It's a disgrace. Honestly, it's an absolute disgrace. It really is. Well, see, it sparked off a bit of a debate now, which is what we want. These live streams are all about debate. I went on a group dig last month, spent more time filling in other people's holes and detecting myself. That was always a problem, actually, sir, for our digs, our organised digs, our unearthed organised digs, where we had one or two people coming on, leaving holes, and me and Mel and the other marshal, Gaz, and a couple more used to have to go around and fill the holes in. Thankfully, we found out who it was, and we've banned him off the group now because he was just leaving holes all over the place. And because he was, shall we say, an elderly gentleman that thought he was a bit of a superstar, he thought he could get away with it. Well, he couldn't get away with it because he got booted off. But the thing is, some of these dig organisers now need to do a demo right at the start of the organised digs or the rallies and showing people how to dig holes and showing people how to put them back. It's not a difficult job. You know, a 5-minute demo at the start of these digs, it could sort it out. I'm not saying it will. We've got another one here coming up from Dale now. Another one on there yesterday, again, looked like an animal burrowing. Absolutely, an animal digs a hole, and these heritage groups stick it straight out onto Facebook and Twitter and blame the detectorists, which is it's a disgrace, isn't it? I think I've lost somebody. Here we go. No, we haven't. Lady Lancaster, she came on earlier and I missed clicking. I am banned. They hate what I've got to say. They muted me because I disagree with what they say. Absolutely. If you put your opinion across to these people, like Liddy did, they ban you. They ban you straight off Facebook. Completely ban you. So it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. We've got the Scottish Relics on, folks. He's one of the Unearthed team members. He's a heck of a nice lad. He's Dean. Subscribe to his channel where you can if you want to find him on YouTube. We've got Jeff's back on. We're up to, actually, believe it or not, we're actually up to 43 people, which is probably the biggest we've ever had, which is massive. Well, for us, it is massive. I know of an archaeological company who would invite detectors to search the spoil. At the end of the day, they would hand over all the nails. The archives would throw them back in the soil. The archives would throw back in the soil. And he says that underneath. Andrew Allen, nice fella. I'm missing some. Here we've got one. We've got one from. Wait for it. It's just a little bit of a lag going on. Hi, Tom Michael. Hi from Ireland. So we've got our first Irish member watching this evening. And hi, Michael. I hope you're well. I hope your weather's nice over in Ireland. Wonderful place. Melanie's family come from Ireland, or some of Melanie's family come from Ireland. We've got High Tone Michael. We've got the High Tones Metal Detecting UK. Evening, Graham. Mate, I hope you're okay. Evening, ladies and gents. Nice to see you on here, sir. And I'm not familiar with who your name is, so I do apologise if I don't say it. So what we've got here now, we've got get a drone and check the holes they dug. Ian Schuemel will let you have one. Popping back and forth. We've got a lot of people coming on. A lot of people. So let me just. The Suffolk Hunter is just commented, and I just want to show. It's difficult because I want to show some of the comments that you may miss. So too many people in the hobby for the wrong reasons. It frustrates me immensely. Well, I was on Friday Night Live with Robert Hunter Collinson. They invited me on Friday night, actually, quite late. And I was telling them a story about when I first watched the YouTube channel about 2 or 3 years ago. A particular person, no names mentioned, but he found a Saxon coin, a late Saxon coin, and he found it within the first 10 minutes of the film. And the first thing he said was, "That's got to be worth 800 quid." And I'm like, "No, you're in the hobby for the wrong reasons, mate. If you start talking about the monetary side of things, the vast majority of detectorists are in it for the history. I mean, I get a buzz. I'm not bothered about it being worth X amount of thousands of pounds. If I find something that's worth a lot of money, that's a bonus. It's a cherry on the top of the cake or whatever. But I don't go out there thinking I'm going to find thousands of pounds worth. Well, put it this way: if we were in the hobby, and you will all agree with me, if we were all in the hobby for money, we'd be bloody skint now, wouldn't we? So there you go. We're all in it for the history. There's one or two out there that like to sell stuff here and there, and people have to sell stuff. I've had to sell stuff because the farmer wanted half of the value of it. That's fine, but it's wrong. It's wrong. You're in it for the wrong reasons. If you walk around with pound signs rolling around your eyes or dollar signs, it's wrong. We've got Andy Shed. Is it Andy Sheed? Sorry, I didn't mean to say shed. It's obviously sheed. Melanie's laughing in the background. Hi, Graham and all. My mum was telling me that she saw a detectorist on the beach digging and just throwing all the trash finds straight back into the beach immediately after. Do you know what? It doesn't surprise me. I can imagine one or two doing that because they're all desperate to get their hands on gold and silver on some of these detectorists, and they should take the junk home with them. Absolutely. Why? Because you might go back down there next week and dig it all again. We've got Kevicus the First, and I know this gentleman, Kevin from Cumbria. He is a character like no other. He's one of the cleverest men I've ever met. He can do just about everything. He can play the guitar, he can do wood carving, he can detect, he finds gold, he finds silver, he can sing, and there he is. Super Kev. Still have my finds from 1988, and he's still a skint. There you go. So there you go, mate. So where we at? Right. So do you think we should? Let's just put this one up here. 40 people, not bad, are we? So we can have a little look at doing some sort of live, not a live draw, but we can put up some of these live giveaways. I could fill a skip with all the junk I've taken out the ground, absolutely. But it's good. You're doing a service. We're doing a service for the landowners as well. Remember. So, folks, I'm going to do a giveaway tonight. What we're going to do, me and Melanie are going to pick. We're going to, after this live stream finishes, we're going to do we're going to pick out a name that's going to win these 2 items that I've got up for grabs. And these are very rare items. You can't get your hands on these things. So the first one is the Coiltech Optimizing Discovery, coiltech.com.au. And that's a cup holder to keep your cups so your drinks warm, as you can see. Neoprene. It's got that strange neoprene smell about it. Some people hate it, some people love it. And we've also got, if you can see this, everybody, I'll put this up in front of the screen. Can you see that? It's a Coiltech Finds bag with the Coiltech logo on the front. A bit of a camo thing going on there. I don't know if it's, we call them coil bags, but people can use them as finds bags as well. So you can basically use it for what you want. Now, like I said, you can't get these. You can't get these for love of money. And we're going to give them 2 items away to a lucky winner on here. And we're going to probably do some giveaways each time we do a live draw. That is up until I end up depleting most of my stock because we don't want to be giving everything away because we'll be left with nothing. But things like that, merchandise and unearthed mice, we're going to start giving away on these live streams, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is nice gifts. Yeah, nice gifts. Coiltech, you know what? Coiltech make the best coils on the planet. They make the best coils on the planet, but they only make them for my lab. You imagine if they made them for everybody else. That would be something, wouldn't it? Where we at? So great giveaways, and this is from History Revisited. Great giveaways, absolutely. And we've also got somebody's just a good lad on Brian Vasey, my friend, Big Vasey, the bomber himself. What a man, he brought me up as a kid. Right, here we go. What I'm doing is I'm clicking the comments, but they're taking a little bit of time to come on. There you go. Look at that. I've just clicked that about 5 seconds ago. Jeff Block's asking, how was the 10B5? Jeff, I have to say the 10B5 Coiltech coil. I haven't actually got it with me because it's in my detecting bag. It's the best coil I've ever used on the Equinox. But then, well, I've only ever used 3, but that's going to stay on the Equinox until something better comes along. Now, I don't know if that'll happen. So the 10B5, I'm only losing an inch in ground coverage, remember, because the standard's 11 long. But what I'm gaining is I'm getting really good pinpointing accuracy. I'm getting it balances the Equinox out much better with the 10B5 on. It hits the targets better, the separation's better, and it's better around iron for identifying iron when there's coins and artifacts lying next to iron pieces. So that Coiltech 10B5, unfortunately, is not coming off. And you'll see my videos when I start detecting proper for in anger. When all the crops are coming off our sites, you'll see me just using the 10B5 continuously. It's an incredible coil. Get those thumbs up, guys, to give a bit back. I'm not sure if you give a thumbs up on YouTube, does that help promote it? I guess it probably will. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, just press the thumbs up button. That one. And
about 10 on Facebook.
There's only 10 people watching on Facebook. There's probably a lot of them have probably jumped over, Melanie, to YouTube.
Yeah, there is.
I can read I'm getting one or two. I'm getting one or two coming through from Facebook on the live Facebook stream, actually. But remember, we've got quite a big group of people on there. Actually, I've got about 8,500, 9,000. Jeff Block, I will try that tomorrow. I would try it, Jeff. I would take your standard coil off your Equinox, and I would literally enjoy the experience with the 10B5. It seems to me to transform the Equinox. It seems sharper, more responsive, precise, and it's just, honestly, it's just an amazing piece of kit. It really is. But again, they make the best coils on the planet. So as you can see, CIS 11, 10B5, perfect weight, perfect dimensions, gets between the iron, 25% more stable, hits the target with ease. He loves it. So there you go. There's another endorsement for the 10B5 for you, Jeff. It's just an incredible coil. I'm going to keep this up for just a little bit longer because you can see CIS 11 Detecting World Review. If any of you people are watching from YouTube, just find that channel and give it a subscribe if you can, because I'm not here to just boost people's YouTube channels up necessarily, but it's nice to give a little bit back, isn't it? Now, CIS 11, he does a really good job. He's a very, very passionate detectorist, and believe me when I say it, there's a lot of good things coming for this gentleman. I can't say any more than that, and you'll probably see it if you subscribe to his YouTube channel. We've got Jim Lodge on with a thumbs up. Let me just see what this gentleman's saying here. Gary Corkin, I'm perfectly happy with the 14B9, a little bit on the heavy side, but still a great coil. Do you know what? The 14B9, a lot of the beach people are using the 14B9. They think it's a better coil. I'm just wondering whether they're wading in the salt water with it, and because of its weight, it's pushing it down into the water better, Gary. But yeah, the 14B9 is a. Do you know what? All three of them are fantastic coils. The 15-inch, the 14B9, the 10B5. It's about picking the right coil for your type of detecting. So if I was doing a lot of pasture work, I would probably move across to the 14B9 or the 15. But because I do a lot of mainly arable work, the 10B5 is a beast. It really is. There was somebody saying something here, and I think it was the Suffolk Hunter. So I'm going to bring him back in. Graham, I still people selling. He might mean he still sees people selling new detectors with the cat weight and learn the machine, and those are the people who are in the wrong hobby, still learning my days after 4 years. Do you know what? It's a good comment actually, that, because we deal with people that buy detectorists every day of the week, as you can imagine, and we've had a situation where we sold a gentleman a machine. I think it was about 2 years ago, wasn't it, Mel? The F44, and he said to me on the phone actually when he bought it, will it find gold and silver? And I said, well, yeah, if you walk over that gold and silver, it'll find it. It's got the capabilities of picking gold and silver up, like most detectors have. And he said, right, I'm going to buy it. So he bought it, and 2 weeks later, he rang up asking for a refund, which was a very strange thing to do, actually. So I questioned why he was wanting a refund, and he said, I've not found any gold yet. You told me you'd find gold. I'd find gold with it, and I've not found any. So you can imagine my eyes rolling. Yeah, I said, we haven't walked over it. It might take you another 5 years to walk over it. It might take you 10. I know people that have been detecting for numerous decades and still haven't found a gold coin. It's just, they just haven't walked over it. They buy a detector, they expect to walk in the first field and find gold. It's absolutely crazy. JB from Facebook, he switched from Facebook over to YouTube. I think, let's have a look what he's saying. I think I know who it is. I think it's Jay Brown, who's a lovely gentleman. I've switched from Facebook to YouTube, more interactive, and can see all the comments now. Great live chat, Graham. Great producing by Mel. Yeah, Mel keeps me on the straight and narrow, Jay. You know that. Lovely to see you, mate, and we'll see you soon, I guess. We're getting a lot of We're getting a lot. Mel keeps saying Tez is on, so I guess it's Tez Brown, who's a nice fella. Facebook user Graham, is MindLab 705 Xterra still any good? Do you know what? They're all pretty good machines, aren't they? They'll all do the job. The thing is with the Xterra, it was phased out for the Vanquish machines. So you come over to the multi IQ side of things, and it's one of them, innit? I like new technology. I always have. Then again, some of the old machines still do the business, don't they? Would the 10B5 work well? Yes, it would. Yes, Gareth, absolutely. The biggest problem we've got with these guys, Caltech, is getting them in stock because the demand is that big. They just can't keep up. So they can't keep up with demand. They're that popular. The serious accessory, the Caltech calls, believe me. Chris, I was hitting buckles at 12 inches today, no problem. And I guess that's with the 10B5 deal, I guess you're meaning. Where we at? Robert Hunter Collinson is back on. He's a sound guy. Good to see him the other night on his live chat. I'm a Nocta user, great stuff from Nocta. Nocta are bringing out some. I'll talk about Nocta actually because I don't want to dominate this chat with my lab crack only. And I don't want to do that. So, but just talk about Nocta Macro for 1 minute. They are the up and coming big guns of the detecting world because they continuously bring out really good detecting accessories and machines. So, the Nocta Simplex really opened the doors of the detecting world, bringing in a fully waterproof machine that can be made wireless with all its features for not a lot of money, really. And, they continuously bring out accessories that the detectorists want. So the things like the stainless spade that's just come out. I mean, you can break it down into two pieces. The first things people thought about it was is it going to be weak? It's as strong as a fully shafted stainless spade. It's an incredible piece of kit. They think about what the detectorists want before they bring it out, rather than just rolling out a stream of accessories that might be a hit or miss. The fines pouches, for example, are one of the biggest fines pouches out there, and they can fit just about anything in them, and they're reasonably priced as well. So Nocta Macro smashing it, and they're about to bring out their first multi-frequency machine in probably I don't know, a few months' time. So they're very good, very, very good. So we've got Great Spade History Simplex SP24, fantastic. They're good, just good machines. They'll find hammered coins for people. Absolutely brilliant machines. But there we go. So what we're going to do is this. So you've seen the two items. For those people that are coming on and off, I know the numbers are jumping around. We're on 36. We were on 45 a minute ago. So you've got your Caltech neoprene cup warmer, and you've got your fines bag or coil case or coil. Don't know. You can see that. We're going to give that away to one lucky viewer tonight, and we'll pick Melanie. I'll get Melanie to pick off the list of the names. We'll do some sort of draw, and then we'll announce it and get in contact with the person. There's a lot of pressure on Mel, but she can do it. She actually likes these live draws, Mel. These live streams, but she never comes on. I'll have a problem with waterproof. If they leak, it's a problem to fix. Bill Ellis, yes, absolutely. The good news is that the waterproof machines like the Equinox and the Simplex, for example, Bill, have been tested to the is it the there's a almost like a kite mark, a standard that they've got to adhere to, and that box has been ticked. So they go through rigorous tests. They put them in tanks. So with these new waterproof metal detectors come out at the factory, they actually submerge them in a tank and keep them in there for up to 48 hours or more, just to make sure that they don't leak. Now, like everything, you do get rumors coming out on social media. Well, I bought one, when they first came out and it leaked. That might be the case, but we've never, ever had a Simplex back that's leaked. We've never had an Equinox back that leaks. In fact, we've never had a waterproof machine back that leaks. We've had a few waterproof probes come back that leak, believe me, but we've never had one. I don't think we've ever had a machine come back. No, never, not one. History revisited. I don't know if anybody can see this. It's just a little bit slow me putting these up. There we go. 10 meters. Yeah, I think they do a 10-meter water test. Yeah, a 10-meter water test. But it's 3 meters for the Equinox and 3 meters for the Simplex, I think. IP rating. Yes, the IP rating. I've just been pulled up about it. Michael says 3 meters for the Simplex. Absolutely, Michael. And let's just make sure let me make sure we get this right. IP rating is the waterproof mark that they've got to adhere to, which is right, which is damn right. I just wish some of these probes that are out there, because the probe world, it really frustrates the life out of me. All the manufacturers that make probes, and the probe market is quite fierce. So all the manufacturers are lined up to make the best probes they possibly can with packed in features. But believe me, we still get lots of problems with probes, believe it or not. It's a bit of a nightmare. But of course, people are rough with them. People dig with the probes. You wouldn't believe how many we've had back with the tips completely worn out of their pinpoint probe. And I'm saying, what's happened to this? Has the dog chewed it? And they say, no, I use it to dig the coins out or the artifacts out. Well, probes are not. They're a device that locates the item. You cannot dig with a probe. If the soil's nice and fluffy and loose, well, I suppose you could scrape a little bit, but you can't literally dig with a probe. But believe me, lots of people do, and then they think the warranty will cover it. Well, guess what? We've got a Facebook user on, and I'm not sure whose name it is, but his first detector was a C-scope BFO 60 in 1976. There you go.
Tony wanted to ask about the E-trap before.
Didn't see that, Mel.
The
X-Terrier, right, yeah. So there you go. So Facebook user, my first detector was a C-scope BFO 60 in 1976. Yeah, pretty good. Tony, you've been detecting a long time, sir. Actually, probably longer than me. I think I started in 1977. So there you go, the good old days when I was still wearing short pants and Action Man t-shirts and the $6 million t-shirts. I do remember them. Michael says his first machine. I actually don't remember this one. I don't think, Mike. The Fisher 550D. The first Fisher machine I had was a 1265, and then a second-hand one, and then I had a 1266X, which was a tremendous machine. Which was a tremendous detector, actually. That opened up a lot of new fields for us. Someone's put Facebook on and off. It's probably your stream, sir, whoever that is.
He's been detecting.
Oh, sorry. Oh, on and off. Sorry. I'm trying. Sorry, Tony. We've got a ream of people coming on now telling me what about their detector. So Bill Ellis's, mine was a C-scope IB300. Now, I never heard of that one either. So that's an interesting machine, and I bet they all found you things as well. I bet they all found you bits and pieces way back in the 70s. Well, it was an adventure, wasn't it? Detecting was relatively new. Certainly the handheld conventional detectors. Colin McAlpine's on now. He's a legend. He won't let me say it, but he's an absolute legend. He's the Roman coin expert that's just come on. What he doesn't know about Roman coins. And the identification of Roman coins isn't worth knowing. And he's probably thinking, what is he on about? But it's the truth. He's a legend. Does Unearthed have any digs planned for later this year? We do. In fact, I was supposed to talk yesterday, Saturday, to the gentleman that we're working in partnership with, Guardian organised dig in August, Colin. We're going to do a weekender in August. So everybody that's given me a bit of grief over the years for not being able to get on the Unearthed digs, because we keep them to sort of 30, 40 people maximum, we're going to open up a weekender in the Northwest. So you're more than welcome to come. Plenty of land. There'll be food, there'll be drink, there'll be marquees, there'll be music, there'll be entertainment, there'll be plenty of detecting banter. And there'll also be plenty of detecting as well. So the last time we had a weekender, we actually didn't organise it. The Band of Brothers organised it for the Saturday and Sunday, and 2 hordes came up. Danny Duke, our friend, he was not on here tonight, but Danny Duke found one of the hordes. A horde of hammered silver pennies that came up. So that's Colin. He's a great guy. It's Colin. So History on Earth put Colin McAlpine, slightly spelt wrong, is a Roman guru, and I cannot, and he's put that right there, look, for Colin. Believe I have a problem sometimes spelling Colin's name. He's a great guy. He's honestly a great guy. What are we on? I don't drink me, but I'll be there. I'm not going to say any more than that. We've got a lot of people. Actually, a lot of people coming on now. We're up to, actually, I just glanced there. We're on 45 people. It's dropped to 37, so I think people are coming on and off. We've got one guy here coming on now from YouTube, and he's a nice fella. I think it's John Clayton. I think he's saying hi, Robert. So he knows Robert. And you're making me blush. Now, if anybody wants to come on live to talk, I can actually put an invite out there. Let me see if I can actually put the invite is copied. If it comes up, that is. You're making me blush, Colin says. Well, I don't mean to do that, but you know, you're a top man. So there's a lot of people saying, just noticed an unlike against a live chat. Can't understand why that would be. We get lots of people unliking on Earth for many reasons. It'll be competitors, it'll be trolls, it'll be people that I've not got on with personally for whatever reason. And I don't get on with, if I fall out with somebody, it's for a good reason. So I'll be probably, you know, linked to another deal somewhere. You're always going to get it, Jay. You're always going to get people that give us a thumb down. All YouTube people get thumbs downs at some point. So it's, you know, you start worrying when you get more thumbs downs than thumbs up. Gareth Law, has there been any updates on the C-Scope Evo 6000? Now, it's a really good question to ask that. I'm going to take a drink of water before I start on that. So it must be serious, mustn't it? The C-Scope Evo 6000, I'll give you a bit of background on that. We had two last year, really early on, around about June, to test. And I did an initial test with one, and it was okay. It was okay. It was. I loved its features. I loved its balance. I loved its feel. I loved its grip. It was fully waterproof. It was wireless. It charged up faster than any other machine out there. You know, it was ultra fast charge, fully charged after a couple of hours. But it had some technical issues, some hardware issues, some performance issues. It wasn't as deep seeking as I thought it would be. It wasn't as fast recovery speed as I thought it would be. So it went back, and in the end, they revamped the software and hardware slightly, and it still had a few issues. So rather than C-Scope trying their best to stem the tide of people scratching their heads about its performance, they recalled the whole lot of the C-Scope Evo 6000s, and they're going to do a software and a hardware total revamp. The shell of the machine, the physical aspects of the machine are absolutely awesome. I mean, I picked it up, and the grip on it, I wish other machines, including my own machine, had a similar grip to the Evo 6000. It was just well balanced. It was a really nice machine to look at. I know that sounds crazy, but it looked the part, and it was fully waterproof and everything else. It just lacked the performance. It just lacked the performance which would have matched the machine's features, if that makes sense. So we're hoping, you know, C-Scope are working on it, and they'll get there with it. And you know, they got a bit of stick over it, and they took it on the chin, and they'll be back. They'll be back with it. We've got quite a lot of people watching now. It's going up and up. It's what? Do you know what? I tried to put the link up actually. I tried to put the link. It said copy to clipboard. Unless I can paste and copy it, I guess. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what's going on. I don't know if it'll allow me to do it, but we'll try it. Boom. There you go. Now, I don't know if anybody can click that link, but if somebody clicks that link, somebody can come in and we can chat alongside each other, and we can have a bit of a debate going on. Copy and paste. I've just copied and pasted it, Rob. It's definitely up, she said. Yeah, there you go. Evening all from Dave Moran. He's a nice fella, Dave. Great detectorist. Fisher F75 user. Equinox 600 user. Top man.
It's only on YouTube. It doesn't come on Facebook.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. YouTubers can join live chat physically, but and here we are, folks. So I'm going to now, there he is. Look at that. The legend himself. He's on. He is. I can see him. How are you, Rob? He's on. The man's on. Right. It's working. Yes, he's on. Can you hear me, Rob? Give us a shout. No. Yeah. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. So let me just see if I can adjust the volume. There we go. That might work now. I can see, but not hear Rob. So I've got me going on in there. Just can't, for some reason. Oh, I tell you what it is. Hang on. His microphone. Is it working? I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. The screens are breaking up. I'm afraid. We're having some sort of technical issue going on here, folks. But we don't know why. We don't know why. I'm pretty sure you can hear me, but Robert seems to be on mute. I can see him raising his fingers. But there's a lot of people talk. Chuck him off. He has a Man United. Back on, folks. We were losing the live stream when we brought Robert in. Everything froze. It could be my, do you know what? It could be my laptop. It might not be powerful enough. It's a brand new one actually, but it might not just be enough spec to deal with the lovely Robert Hunter Collinson coming on. But he was there, wasn't he? He was there for a split second, and then he went off. But I've missed quite a lot of. We did miss quite a lot of comments actually. One of them was, "Don't let him on because he's got a Man United shirt on." So there you go. So some of you wonderful people that were watching earlier. We're going to give a free we're going to give a free giveaway. We're going to give a free giveaway for the Coiltech stuff. I keep freezing, and I don't know why. And I think Rob's still trying to get on. It's a bit odd. So you got the free Coiltech coil bag, remember, folks, and the cup holder. That's going to come up for some lucky person. There we go. Someone else have a go. Yeah, somebody's trying to get on, Jeff. We're trying to get Robert on to come alongside, but as soon as he came on, we couldn't hear him. I couldn't hear him. I froze up a couple of times, and then StreamYard kicked me completely off. So
it was his shirt.
It could have been his shirt. Yeah, his shirt. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. The Night Rider is here. Oh dear, Steve, the Night Rider, Night. There he goes. Top man. Is it the foo-foo valve? It's probably more than that. It's probably the bandwidth. I'm on Wi-Fi. LAM would be better. Yeah, it's a good point actually, Michael. Yeah, we're on Wi-Fi. So we may have to change that when we're going to invite people on in the future. Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? These live streams are all trial and error, aren't they? But before we had that mishap, we were getting into quite a lot of debate, and we were talking about the Evo 6000, which was really interesting. So don't be too dismayed, Gareth. The Evo 6000 will happen, but they're just going to have to just get the hardware issues sorted, and one or two of the software issues, I think, before it sort of is re-released. But potentially, it's a great machine. It ticks a lot of boxes for people, and a lot of people still love and cherish C-scope. They're a British-made or English-made detector. So it's the only detector in this country that the Viking's still going. I think Viking are still going. So there is still detectors being made in the UK. But C-scope were always the ones that people went to in the 70s and 80s and later in date. So yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, but there is a lot of, the detecting world never sleeps. So this year we will definitely see the emergence of a multi-frequency detector from not to macro. Absolutely. So, I'm looking forward to that. It'd be a good machine. Gives people the opportunity to have a full truth multi-frequency detector that will work well on land, beach, wet sand, and everything else. So there you go. So John Clayton, metal detecting in Devon. I still use a C-scope 2M2, sorry. So there you go. And he uses a white Spectrum XLT, which was one of the machines, actually, John. I'm going to put that up on the screen if we can get it up. There we go. John Clayton, metal detecting in Devon, and his white Spectrum XLT. I had a white Spectrum XLT for a number of years, and I did very well with it. And then I moved across, actually. I moved away from the white Spectrum XLT over to something called the DFX, which was probably about the same performance-wise than the XLT. Andrew Allen asks a really good question, actually. What would it take for Unearth to develop their own machine? Do you know what, Andrew, right? I've got it in my mind what would be the perfect machine for the UK. I've got the spec, I've got the kilohertz, I've got I've got everything in place in my mind, and I've sent over to a detecting manufacturer in the past a spreadsheet and documentation and a Word doc of what I think they could develop and what would be a really sort of cool machine for the UK, but they're not taking the bait. So if I wanted to invest my money in making a detector, I'd have to get numerous people behind the scenes to do the business. We'd have to have electronic engineers, and we'd have to have hardware and software components going on. We'd have to source the parts from outside of the UK, I guess, to make it viable. So I think it would be a bridge too far, but though it hasn't crossed my mind. I would dearly love to make my own detector. I really would. I absolutely would. But I just don't think I've got the capabilities or the money. Actually, I think it'd take a lot of money. Could get a grant to do it, I guess. There you go. Go on, Dragon's Den. Do you know what? I think even if you went there selling the concept of a fantastic all singing and all dancing, metal detector, I don't think the Dragon's Den would buy into it, Steve. I just don't think they would. You never know. You never know. Right, Facebook user. I can't see your name. Andrew Allen, thanks for answering. Maybe one day. You never know. You never know. William Morris. Hi, William. He's a wonderful fellow. He's William. It doesn't come up your name because you haven't linked in with StreamYard, so it's not your fault, William. I just can't see who you are. Are you still looking to extend the coin display range? Yes, absolutely. The company that we work in partnership with the company we work in partnership with are going to be developing some new and exciting coin display type accessories and other things for the future. So yeah, we're excited about that because the unearthed coin display cases actually are fantastic. I've actually took quite a lot out of stock and I've put my own collection in, and they stack up perfectly neatly. You can keep coins nice and safe and secure, and of course when you want to show people them, you can just slide them out and they're there. They don't move out of the coin displays. They're slotted in each 28 individual coin slots, and they're just a wonderful thing to show your coin collection with. So I'm really pleased with them. But they're costing us a lot of money to produce. So unfortunately, the introductory price of $19.99 for the unearthed coin display cases is going to end when this next batch comes out of stock, and they're going to go up to 29 quid. Or else we can't, we can't make them for that. It's costing us too much money.
Robert's fixed now.
Robert's fixed, is he? Should we try him? Add to stream. There we go. Let's just see if we can get Robert back in, folks.
Can you hear me now?
We can, sir. I can, mate. I can. Legend.
It was a fault on my end, that my mate, because what I was doing, I was updating on my PC. And it must have changed the settings on my main PC. You know what I mean?
Right. Can everybody else hear Robert okay? Can you hear him okay, Mel?
You don't let me have the sound on.
Well, you can't because it's like a double thing. Yeah. We're okay. We're okay, Rob. We're cooking on gas, my friend.
We're cooking on gas.
And it's good. Just for the people that don't know Robert, actually, Robert was the person that I used to watch on his Friday Night Live shows, which are very, very. It's almost like a comedy sketch, and I know he won't mind me saying that because they have a lot, and they have a lot of interaction on there, and it's and the banana challenge and things. So, he's a great guy, and he gave us the idea. We always had the idea and thoughts of doing a live stream, but when Robert did his. I asked Robert how he went through his stuff, and we're here. So he's a wonderful guy, actually. Just bear with me a sec, Rob, because we've got quick questions. I don't know if you can see the questions coming up. I guess you can.
Yeah, I can. I can see it in the comments, mate.
Yeah. Somebody's saying no bananas tonight, Robbo. Please consider a small perspex stand for small hammered any penny size. We've actually got. Oh, hang on. Have you seen the? Let me just put it up. Let me just put it. There we go. Dave, please consider a small perspex stand. We've got them, Dave. We've got them. The perspex stand for Eddie Penny. And it's different types of hammered coins from short cross to long cross, with the names of the kings on and the dates, and they're in a perspex frame with a wood effect, and they're absolutely awesome. But here's the thing about them, Rob. Not many people buy them, and they're really smart. If you go upstairs on my window ledge, Mel, I've got a couple on display I can bring down and show. They're absolutely fantastic things, but I don't sell many of them. I don't know why. I'd gone mad for them myself. Just
cracking piece.
So how have you? Yeah, they are. They're really good. Have you been detecting this weekend, Rob?
I have, mate. I have. I went out yesterday, but today the wife has made me do jobs around the house, and I've took her out for a pub meal and have a few drinks. She's happy. So, but tomorrow I'm on a group dig again. over in Bury in Radcliffe.
Right.
So that'll be good.
Excellent, mate. Well, good luck with that. That wasn't my phone. That was Rob's, I think.
No,
right. So there's a coin. There's a person. I don't know if Dave Moran can see that. I don't know if you can see that, Dave, but it's like a little coin stand. Oh, hang on a minute.
Put it up by your ear, that height, because then you can see more good little.
If I go up a bit, it's got for my first hammered find. Obviously, the coin goes in the middle, and you can see. If I move over this way a bit. But we have them for Edward I, King John, Richard Leonhardt, Henry II, Henry III, Edward III, and we're going to be bringing out these soon, where you can put your half cuts in.
Yeah.
Because people, some people don't display the coins. A lot do, of course, but a lot of people don't display the coins in such a way that they can share them with them.
Yeah, I display mine in one of these big boys.
Yeah. The big silver discs.
The coin case. Yeah. I love doing that. I hope Kev's not watching Detector Kev because he hammered. He ain't got. But I've got some cracking big silvers in near me.
Just yeah, nice, mate. The half crowns.
Yeah. I've got all them hammered. Beautiful.
I'd love to look in that little treasure. Right, mate. We've got a couple of questions coming up. I'm just going to have to click these on the screen. I don't know who this is. First, Stewie 11. Hi, Graham. What's your opinion on the recent Rydale bronzes? Correct to go to auction or perhaps a change in the treasure? I think the importance of that discovery really sort of woke people up to the fact that bronze artifacts and things are really sort of important, especially the Roman ones, and the Iron Age stuff as well. I could probably see in the future, Stu, maybe changes coming up to the Treasure Act regarding certain things like that. My worry is, this is my worry about things going to Treasure at the moment, is I think if there's going to be changes to the Treasure Act, and this is only my opinion, by the way, guys, and you might disagree with me, and that's what the debate. But if there's going to be changes to the Treasure Act, right, and they want to start bringing in bronze artifacts to be coming under the umbrella of the treasure or certain objects, then there's got to be a two-way street in so much as if they do get put over to treasure and they end up in the hands of the British Museum, for example, or other museums, they've got to be displayed. They've got to be displayed so the people and the public can see them and not put in a dark room somewhere, never to be seen again. But they've also got to mention that the detectorists found it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if anyone agrees with or disagrees with me there, but I mean, I had an item that went to treasure in 2013, a gold Saxon pendant made out of a Roman gold coin, and it went to the museum and it's never been seen since. And I don't know where it is actually, which is it's disturbing. It's disturbing for me. So I think detectorists keep their displays in such a way, and their coins, like you, Robert, there with your coins, you look after them coins so well, and you're proud of them, and you show people them. There's nothing wrong with detectorists having collections that they look after and showcase and everything else. And they're just a little bit against some of these things going to treasure, right? And then never to be seen again. And these sort of, the museum guys and people that look after these objects will argue that they keep them for research purposes. But you can bet your bottom dollar that these things never see the light of day. And they certainly never mentioned. Sorry, Rob. They never mentioned it.
No, I was about to say there, Graham. Like what I do with my finds, I had all my best finds in a display cabinet, like a big cabinet, and I thought, no, sack it. I'm going to get one of these coin cases, basically, so I can put my wear in. I can still show people, but they're not on display. You know what I mean? But when I pull them out and show my family and friends, they love the history that I pull out of them, and it's good, and I like going through it.
Yeah. The thing is, you get a lot of pride out of doing it, and detectorists get a lot of pride, and of course they capture the imagination of the friends and family by showing what they can find with the detector, you see. And I know people up and down the country that look after their coins and artifacts actually probably better than some of the museums do. I've got a story actually about. You know, I'm not going to bring it up on tonight because it'll be too long. But there is actually a horror story of something ending up in a museum where it shouldn't have been. It's just unbelievable.
Exactly. It's like these. I've not even cleaned them up. These are from yesterday, Graham. These and like I said, I've got 3 brooches in here, a cat badge. I've not even cleaned them up yet because the wife has made me go out. You know, like take her for a pub lunch and stuff. But there you go. There goes one. But they're like that's like a pendant. I've got this one.
Yeah, it's like a voice.
I've not even cleaned it up yet, which will be done tomorrow. That's a pendant. That's a brooch, I think. That's a brooch. It's got a gem in it. That's another brooch.
Yeah.
And I've also got a cat badge here, which I can't wait to clean up. I want to see that because it's got the thing on the back, you know, where they slipped it on.
Is it? Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, nice, Rob. It looks like you had a good day there.
It was an artifact session. Yeah, it was an artifact day, Graham. Artifact day. No, I had 1 coin, no 2 coins, and then the rest were artifacts. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Well saved. Well saved. You did a good job. Just on the screen there for us to look at is Suffolk Hunter. Sorry, Suffolk Hunter, I forgot your name again. But what gets me, Graham and Robert, so he's putting me and you into this crack, Rob, is almost all the fines layers and they're not insured. So if they lose your fine, you're screwed. And you do hear from time to time people handing objects over to the fines liaison officers and things becoming lost. And I've read countless, I shouldn't say countless actually, because that's the wrong word to use, but I've read a lot of unhappy people's comments on social media where coins and artifacts over never to be seen again. And of course, just be careful you don't fall into the trap of handing something over and not getting a receipt for it. My advice to people would be, if you can get really good images of fines over to the fines liaison officer and send it over by email, and then you don't have to get into the situation of potentially losing valuable or historical coins and artifacts. We're getting a lot of comments, guys. Gareth Lowe, would Unearth do some Unearth branded coin pod fines boxes and little spray bottles? Yeah, that might be coming up, Gareth, actually. We're going to be looking at the whole coin display stuff. But have a look, Gareth, on the Unearth website, the coin displays, because we've got loads and loads of different coin displays and lots of stuff. Bill's going. That's nice of him to be on here. I'm missing comments, guys, so I do apologise. Steve Wadey. Yeah, that's it, Rob. Yeah, you've got. It would be a fairer deal if you were compensated for your treasure fine. Surely people would be more willing to report the fines. Well, there is a thing in place where you will get rewarded for your treasure fines, you and the landowner, if it indeed does go to the treasure through the treasure process and doesn't get disclaimed. But some of the prices that people were getting on treasures way back, as far as I can remember, raised their eyebrows. But that said, people do get compensated 50-50 with the landowner if indeed they've got that agreement in place. Yeah. New comments coming all the time, Rob. Do you think Unearth Weekender would be good to go this year? I do. Yes. Rob Hunter Collinson will be there, and some of the other Team Unearth guys. Wonderful Melanie will be there. Here's one good one actually coming through, guys. We're getting a lot of interaction tonight, actually, which is good. Colin McAlpine, my advice would be, especially for hoards, is to photograph each coin or item before handing them over to the fines liaison officer. Absolutely, that is so crucial to do that. So you've got a log. You've got a log of all your coins that you found. If you're lucky enough to find a hoard, get it logged, because how many times have we heard that things go missing? We've got, when I say we, last year, Rob, we had 2 major finds on the Unearthed Dig way back January 2020. One was a hoard and one was a medieval gold ring. Now, okay, COVID kicked in and it scuppered a lot of people's work commitments and everyday work life, I guess. But we still haven't heard anything. Still not heard a thing. So I'm going to chase that up for the finders this week too. Suffolk Hunter, let's have a look what he has to say. But that's a good point, Colin. It really is. Will you invite some guests on the weekend? Absolutely. It's going to be up to everybody to attend that one. Great advice, Colin. Do you find your comments, Rob, a bit slow when you put them up at the late?
Yeah, they do come up slower, but I find it quicker on StreamYard, if you know what I mean. They come up, if you're watching the YouTube one, they come up a lot slower, but if you're watching the StreamYard one, they're a lot quicker. It's straight there.
Right. Yeah, because you're much more advanced than me.
Maybe, mate. I've got
so
gaming.
again, just come back.
I use a gaming PC, and I've also got a laptop as well. But the gaming PC's like it cost me like a lot of money, so maybe a bit quicker.
Probably quicker than mine, Rob. Yeah.
Maybe, mate.
We've got a gaming PC somewhere. Yeah. Michael, going further, would it not be prudent to take a picture while handing it over to the FLO2? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anything that you cover your tracks, because, you know, at the end of the day, you don't want any of these potentially historic and valuable items disappearing. So that's a really good point. Let's have a look what Colin's got to say again further. Once the museum service take your items, your images are likely to be the only connection between you and them going forward, which is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So it's a good point, isn't it? A really good point. I've got another comment coming through. Suffolk Hunter, where do you think metal detecting will be as a hobby in 10 years' time? I think I think there'll be moves to restrict the hobby slightly in different parts. Suffolk Hunter, I absolutely do. There's a growing number of people that really want to legislate, etc., etc. But you know, at the time, people get a lot out of detecting the mental health, the health and well-being. It's a wonderful hobby, bringing history back to life. Without the valuable work of the detectorists, we would literally be back in the dark ages. We represent so much on the scale of finds in this country compared to others. It's just colossal. However, there might be restrictions on things like organised digs in the future and other things. But I think it'll still be strong. It'll still be a strong hobby. There'll be people still attacking it in them days. I think you can imagine what the machines are going to be like in 10 years' time as well. But I think they'll try to restrict it. I think there'll be moves to restrict it, and we've all got to work together as a collective group to stop that happening. We've really got to, even if it means just getting on the backs of our MPs, our local MPs, get them to actually do something valuable and make sure our pastimes and hobbies protected and not under threat. And I'll be the first to be, I'll be the first out there giving it big time, because this hobby brings so much health, well-being, and enlightenment, if you will, to so many people. It's unbelievable. Don't let a rogue element of the hobby spoil it for everybody else. So
that's what they said, Graham, as well, isn't it? It's like you get people who are depressed or who've got mental issues and stuff. Detecting is a good way of form to get out there, relax, get your stress off you, and you're peaceful, aren't you? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like, me. I say, because I've been depressed myself, one time, and I got out metal detecting again after 2 years, and I was like, this is the best antidote for what makes me, me as a person.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah, absolutely, Rob. It's such a really good leveler of everything is detecting. I mean, other hobbies do it as well. I suppose golf does it, but I mean, I always think golf is a great waste of a good walk, really. But I shouldn't say that too loud because my brother's a big golfer. But I'm a great believer if you're born with so many heartbeats in your body, and don't waste it on bloody golf. Get out detecting, folks.
Well, that's what I said, Graham, mate. Yeah, I said that, Graham, mate. If it's something you enjoy doing, it makes you happy, get out and do it.
Get out and do it. Absolutely. Do you know what? I get the same buzz detecting as I did when I was a kid. Now, even now, if I find a hammered coin or a broken Roman brooch or whatever it might be, I just get an absolute buzz, and you just think, who was the last person to hold that brooch, or who was the last person to spend that coin? And it's just your imagination, you really kicks in, and of course, unearthing artifacts, coins and artifacts, I should say, should never just be boxed off to the elite and these archaeological types. I know they do a wonderful job, but remember, the detectorist is saving these items and these artifacts from destruction. We're doing an absolute sterling job for the country. We should be commended the job that we do in the wider community.
Of course, we should definitely. I totally agree.
So, Rob, you've got a nice comment there, Rob. Well said, Rob. Really important hobby for so many. I'm not sure who that is. Actually, let's put that up. So we've got another comment coming through, guys. We're up to 39 viewers this evening. Exactly. I've had a year of hell. My wife's cancer to wander in a field to breathe and find some sense of peace. Life-saving. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there. Also, how many beautiful relics have been lost to golf courses? Well, golf courses take up a hell of a lot of acreage, don't they? But you'd never get into an argument with a golf lot. You never get into them because they're a funny bunch, mate. I tell you, they can kick off at anything. Believe me, they're very, very protective over their hobby. So the ones actually, you know what? While we're on here doing this talk, and we're giving these three free giveaways for somebody, these Coiltech merchandise that people can see. The next time we do a live stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some of these little coin display cases away as well. I don't know if you guys can see them. Oh, where we are. There we are. Mel says put it by me ear, so would it be? It gives you an idea what they are. You've got little stands, little perspex stands with wood inside. You slot the coin in between your penny, your hammered penny, and it stands upright. You can have them on your desk at work. You can have them on display in your house. It's a really good way, and you can see both sides of the coin as well. But my hands are that big, it's blocking the... Yeah. It's blocking.
Do you know you can make yourself big screen, though? Like, you can put yourself to solo screen so you can show it.
Ah, right, yes, I can, yeah.
Yeah, and you can show it there if you go to to your thing and put solo screen.
Yeah, I can go back and phase you out. I'm not going to phase you out though, Rob, because I need you on here because you're the first person that we've ever had on live, apart from myself. We've got the stands are amazing. That's very nice. Just need a coin to put it in. Yes, true. Where we are, we've got quite history on Earth. It's Darren, isn't it, Mel? Darren Booth, yeah. I'm going to put you, Darren. Not only are we saving items, we're discovering unknown historical sites. I mean, you can't. These people that get on the backs of detectorists, I mean, they're literally just on a different planet to us. They think we're. Yeah. I don't know what they think. Yeah. I don't know what they think. There's John Clayton. He's back on from Devon. They're kicking off in Devon and Cornwall because some solar paneling company wants to put up them on 76 fields. Yeah. What's happening there, John? It's a lot that. They're buying farmland. The solar panel companies are offering big money, or quite a lot of money, I should say. I'm not going to use the word big money, but they're offering farmland to buy farmland and put the solar panels on. Now, I'm a great believer of solar panels is a really good way of renewable energy, but don't use valuable farmland up to use ground fights out there, and a lot of and I can't swear on here, but a lot of hellholes out there that need revamping and dropping down, and stick the solar panels up down there, make them safe.
So, totally agree with you, Graham, on that one. It's like you know the M62, don't you? And they've got that farm in the middle, and they had to build the roads around. Because he wouldn't sell the farm. He wouldn't sell.
He wouldn't sell. I went past the other day and went on the way to detecting down in Lincolnshire, Rob, and he had his lambs in the field there, and there was 300 or 400 cars each side of the motorway flying past, and the lambs are just laying there, oblivious to everything. And it's a historic farm as well. It's been there since the 17th century.
Yeah, he would not sell it though, would he? Though, Graham, that's what I mean. That's what I like. I'm glad he didn't sell, because that's what the government try to do, is buy the land so they can either build houses or. But once them houses or roads or what are built on, you've lost that history. What's under that ground, you've lost. You'll never get that back.
Yeah, never get it back, mate. Never get it back. It's a real shame.
Never get it back.
Are you cracking open? Are you open the cam there, Rob. Are you on Carlin Black Label?
I'm on the Black Label,
my
mate.
Is it Carlin?
Yeah, Carlin.
That's the way, mate. That's the way. It's a Sunday night. It's bank
It's
holiday
Sunday
tomorrow.
night.
It's yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
work
go on
tomorrow,
then,
but
so Detective Kev will need a stand soon after challenging him on Friday Night Live to his first Hammered by Christmas. Kev will find a Hammered. He's in a good area. He just needs to get on the fields where the Hammered are. He'll get there eventually. Michael is coming back with some really good stuff. I think the truth is detectors count for 95% of all notable finds. They don't get that. No, it's probably you're right. It's very, very high.
That's right.
The Yorkshire digger says his farm's very close to him, the one we're talking about on the M62.
Oh,
yeah,
on the M62. Well, Yorkshire digger, you're not far from me then, because I'm like the M62 and you've got the A6303, I think it is. You're not far from me then, mate.
Do you know what? Do you know what about that part of the country? A lot of people on here will probably be thinking, where the hell are they talking about? But we're talking about the M62, which goes, they are, just let you know, because it's Sunday night. It's very rare you'll see me drink alcohol, but I'm on the Corona.
On the booze.
Hang on a minute. Look, well, can you see? I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, we can see it, mate. Gin gin.
Got lime in it.
Lovely.
Saddleworth, he's got his own microclimate, so we can go over there in the summer. It can be 20 degrees here in Cumbria, and it can be 25 degrees on the other side. But you go over Saddleworth, and it can be snowing. It can be hailstoning or fog. It's unbelievable. What a place it is.
I know. That's where I live.
It's honestly, I've never known weather like it. And in the winter, you know it's bloody winter over there, Rob.
Oh, no. Don't I bloody know it, mate.
Just unbelievable. And everyone says in the north that we get the worst weather, but that Saddleworth is someplace. No motorways here, Graham. No. East Anglia is the best. Do you know what I like about East Anglia, Lisa? Is there's no street lights at night. So when the lights go off or the lights go down at night, it's pitch black. It's inky black. And you can go outside, and if it's a clear night, you can see every star in the sky. It's a wonderful place. There's no light pollution. Or there never used to be when I used to go down there and detect a lot. It's a fantastic place, honestly. If I could retire...
Well, I mean. Yeah, on the weekender, Graham, like when we come down for the weekender dig, I'm just going to have a clear sky with stars, you know what I mean? Where I'm in my tent, a couple of beers, having a good laugh with everybody who's come on the weekender. That'd be brilliant. Can't wait.
Absolutely, it's a fantastic place. It should be really good. Hopefully, fingers crossed, experience for everybody. But it's believe me, it's a difficult game. The dig game, you've got to get it dead right. You're only as popular as your last dig. You know, you only have to put a group of people on really poor land, and you can get drawn and quartered.
Yeah.
Where are we going now? We're on with Jay now. He's a great guy, Jay. Isn't this the best social media chat we've had all year? A bit for me anyway. That's the thing about live streaming. You see, you can engage with the people really quickly, and it doesn't suit everybody. There's a few people, believe it, and even some of my friends and Mel's friends won't like the idea of us doing live streaming because they like the old. They love the old way of doing it. It's okay, Rob. Okay, mate. They like the old way of doing it. You know, they don't really get what live streaming is, but you've got to get with the times. It's all about engaging with your friends and your detectorists. So I'm a great believer that live streaming is the way forward.
Well, that's why I do my live streams, Graham. I do my live streams to subscribers that are on there and they watch me regularly. I've got to interact with them. I sooner interact with them than the guest I've got on my show. Everybody in chat, all my subscribers that chat away and don't say nothing, I sooner engage with them, which I do, and we just have a laugh. And that's what it is, Friday Night Live.
Absolutely. No, it's a great thing you've got going on. Really is. John's asking what town. I live in a little market town on the outskirts of the market town called Dalton-in-Furness. We live in the oldest part of it, which is called Goose Green, which is very historic. This house that we're living in now was here in the 1600s. There's probably one underneath it, actually, an older one. So it's a we've got a castle just here, about 100 yards that way, as I'm pointing sort of northeast, and we've got a 12th century church, which is even nearer, which is this way here, just above our house. It's what, Mel? And we've got a ghost as well. Wow. Yeah. So we've got a 12th century church, which had an older church on top of it, they believe, and a castle just on the other side of it. So it's quite an historic place here. So there's a lot of, Michael, so in the daytime you spend all your time looking at the ground, at night you spend all the time looking up. I've been detecting, let's have a look. Oh God, Andy Sheed, you're coming up with something here, mate, actually a debate. I've been detecting in East Lancs, which is sadly contaminated with industrial junk, but now I've got my first 2 permissions in East Yorkshire. So I'm looking forward to better finds. Now I've hit on something, right? Me and Melanie went out today for a drive in the car, a few miles away from where we live. And they've ploughed some fields. I don't know if you can see me, actually. I'm going to sit my head up because Mel keeps on saying I'm sinking down. But they ploughed some fields. A farmer had ploughed some fields. And when the sunlight hit the fields, you could see it glistening with metallic waste on the top of the surface. Now, we call it green waste. It should be called toxic waste. The fields are strewn with metallic aluminium, doorknobs, what else? Screws, batteries, syringes, you name it, everything has been strewn on them fields. And green waste is one of the biggest threats to the hobby on the planet. There is actually a green waste hotline number that you can ring up the Environment Agency and report the illegal dumping on farmland of metallic waste. But you try waving a detector over some of these fields with green waste on, you don't last 5 minutes. It's impossible.
No. It's like if you take that message down now there, Graham, right? If you look at the fields behind me here and the trees.
Yeah.
Right. These fields are good. These fields have got no green waste in, but you go further up where my name is, there, it's full of green waste. And it's called the Days of Royton.
Yeah.
And it's full of green waste, but these ones are all clean.
Yeah. So how long is it going to take for them to ruin fields as well, Rob?
I know, and I've spoken to the farmer about this green waste. Yeah, you know this farm, but them farms up there. I spoke to this one, and he says he'll never let them dump waste on his land.
Good. The problem is the prickly subject of green waste. We know farmers actually get paid for putting it on by these waste contractors. So
yeah,
it's. Do you know what?
Same with the wind turbine, isn't it? They get paid so much for a wind turbine.
Yeah. You've got a question coming through, Robert, from Len Jackman. Does Robert detect on arable or pasture?
Oh, Leonard Jackman, I detect on pasture and arable. I do both, me. I like both. I even detect woodland. So when I can get in the woodlands, but yeah, I prefer me pasture to me arable, but I do like arable. So
yeah, it's a nice mixture, isn't it?
Yeah,
we've got a new guy coming on, Enlightened Patriot, Andy Sheed. Hi Andy, I'm from East Lancs, Pendle, where the Pendle witches are from, and good stuff is hard to find here for sure. I've got 3 new permissions. Yeah, Pendle's an historic place. Yeah, look with that. I hope you get some nice bits and pieces. Always new land, but if you drop on some farms, it might just prove lucrative for you. Now we've got another question coming through from the Suffolk Hunter for you, Robert. There you go.
Oh, what detectors do I own? I've got the not to macro simplex that I've got just round here somewhere, around my green screen. And I also use the not to macro amphibio which is a cracking machine as well. Oh, and I bought the KR40,
Yeah,
didn't I? After
excellent,
you,
excellent.
Graham, the KR40. I got the KR40 coil, the big one.
You did, yeah, the big beast. I can't remember the dimensions of it now, Rob, but it's a bloody beast, isn't it? Is it 15 inch or something like that?
Yeah,
15 inches, a beast. So it's good. Just while we're on as well, because we're still keeping quite steady on the numbers. We're up to 38, well, down to 38, I should say. I don't know if the guys are watching this from America, but just to shout out to the Hunter GT. I don't know if anybody follows the Hunter GT on YouTube, but he's in hospital at the moment. So we're all going to send him our wishes to get well soon. To the Hunter GT, his name's John, and he's a hell of a nice fella. I chat with him regularly on social media. We've invited him over to do some detecting with us over here in the UK, but he's a bit unwell to travel at the moment. So get well soon, the Hunter GT. I hope things get much better for you in the next few days. Fingers crossed and everything for you, sir.
Yeah, all the best, John.
Yeah, he's a hell of a nice fella. Where we go. So we've got apparently, I don't know who it is. Melanie might better tell me who it is. My phone's off. Apparently there's a new Nocta coming. Yeah, there's a new multi-frequency Nocta machine. What's the name of the new multi-frequency Nocta machine, Robert? Can you remember? Is it multiplex?
It's called the multiplex, yeah. It's a multiplex. There's a Facebook group which I've created. If you want to jump on there, get over to it.
John O'Reilly was.
But it's a new Facebook group ready. Yeah. Yeah, it's ready for when the new Nocta comes out.
Yeah, that should be a good. That really should be a good machine. We're looking. I think there's a lot of people looking forward to it actually.
Yeah,
we've got Roman fought near to me in Nelson, Tum Hills, but the area's been hammered. They won't get everything though, sir. There'll be still plenty of bits and pieces in the ground.
Yeah.
Malcolm, that's it. It's Malcolm. I do remember you.
Yeah, they pull trash out there, Enlightened Patriot. They pull trash out first to get to the goodies, so there'll still be goodies down there.
Yeah, Malcolm. Yeah, he bought a T2 off. He bought a T2 Plus off us a few years back. A nice fella. Yeah. Jay Brown he's got to go because he's on shift, 10-hour shift. He's got to be home and tuned in for the last hour and a bit. Great to see you. We've got Jeff coming up with got 2 new farms over the last 7 years. One has an ancient monument on it. I can detect near it. I know I can't detect on it. No, that's right, Jeff.
Yeah,
well, good luck. And Malcolm, you've got a message, Malcolm, from Andy Sheed, Enlightened Patriot. Best of luck for both of us then, hopefully, and for everyone else, of course. So I think we've got Jay going off now. Great chats, discussion, and shows what the detecting world's all about. Cheers. Of course it is. This is what these live streams are about. It's just nice to talk to people and interact with people. I think it's the way forward. The real beauty, we need to get Dale on, actually, Rob, because Dale must be on here somewhere. Get him on. I'm going to put the link on, so if he wants to come on, because he can find some gear.
But
he can find some gear.
Well, I got some good news yesterday, should I say, Graham? I were on my local permission, and I went to my local farmer. I said, who owns that field over there on the top? And it's on a right big hill near a Roman road, right? And he went to me. He says, "Oh, you'll get permission on there. No problem. I'll guarantee you'll get permission. They're a nice family. They're a knobby farmerist. All they do is like sell black cattle for meat." Basically,
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So go down and see him. He showed me on the map where the house is. He said, just go and knock on and mention my name, mention the other farm that you've got. He said, you'll be no problem. And I think he's got about 300 acres. So I thought, sat there, I drove past, I looked in, there were a family, nice. You know, like all having a party in the garden, like barbecue and stuff. So I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll grab my little lad and we'll call up another day and give his smiley face, and I'll get that permission.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, well, you should. Let's hope you get it as well, Rob.
No, I think
try
I
up as
will.
much. Try up. Yeah,
I'll
good
get
luck
it.
with it, mate. Well, I've put the link up for Dale if he wants to come on and talk about his detecting exploits, but I'm not sure if he's a little bit shy or not. Well, no, he's not. Mel reckons he's not shy. He's not shy on Friday Night Live. I know that much.
No, but if he does come on, have you got him an eye chair so he can see?
I think he's got. I'm hoping he's got his own high chair now. He's only 4 foot 2. Hang on,
it'll be in a booster seat, won't he?
He's on.
There he is.
Right, I'm going to have to change things around a little bit. There he is.
Hello.
There's the legend.
Can you hear me all right?
If you press the three
Dale.
screens, Graham, if you press the 3 screens, I think it's second one from the right. Press the 3 screens. It's one of them.
Oh, that's too small.
Yeah, press the other one. There's another one next. There you go. That's it. That's the one. Dale needs to turn his phone.
Excellent.
There you go.
Yeah, he's got a camera. That's it. That's it. Good to see you. Good to see you, Dale. I don't know if anybody. There's Facebook users coming on. Let's have a look what we've got. It's rather exciting getting a couple of people on here. They're good lads, aren't they?
Look at my background.
You're an expert though, mate, aren't you?
Yeah, fantastic. I like it. Yeah, he's an expert at live streaming. Somebody said hello, Dale, to you on.
It's me.
Oh, it's Mel. It hasn't come up with your name, Mel.
Hello, Mel.
Oh, is it not?
No. Oh no, somebody else has put it actually.
Oh yeah, you've got Mel's, yeah.
You're getting people coming up all over the place. You've got people coming on. You're actually getting more people coming on now.
Dale's been bringing them on.
Yeah.
We just need.
Can everybody? Lisa's just come up with a really good question there. Is Liddy still about? We need some more. Is that estrogen? That's it. Sorry, estrogen in the chat.
You don't know what that was.
I could, but I couldn't pronounce it. Sorry about that. Yeah, we probably do need a female or two on. I think Colin McAlpine's actually seeing our link very well. For the future, I'm not seeing the link. Right. I don't know if he means just see. What do you mean by that, Colin? Are you meaning you can't see our 3 faces, or is there something that you can't see?
Would he come on? Would he do live?
Colin, I don't think he would. I don't know. I don't want to put pressure on people now. Jeff Block's really enjoying the situation with us all having a chat, and Jeff's a really nice fella. It's nice to have nice people. Yeah, he's a sound bloke. We've got one coming up from a Facebook user. I don't know who it is. Defo joined this and what a fantastic neutral. All questions asked, answered platform, such social interaction, laid back chat with men. I'm not going to say that. Who's that?
Oh,
who?
Jay.
Oh, Jay. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, gone.
There you go. This is a good one. Right, we can start with Robert. There you go, Robert. You can answer that one, and then we'll go to you, Dale.
Right. What is your best ever find, Graham, and guess? Right, my best ever find. I've got a Roman Vespasian coin, which is 69 AD, and I can get. I've been told I can get £250 for it, but I ain't selling it. It's sold there, and I found this 9 years ago. And if the crud falls off it, like, because you can't clean Roman coins, can you? If the crud falls off, I can get £15,000.
I don't know if you froze off there a bit, Rob.
Oh, did I freeze off?
In fact, well, that's it. Just froze at the. I picked up a few things that you were saying, yeah, but that's fantastic. Well done. So, is that your only Roman coin, Rob? Have you found many more since?
Oh, I've got loads of Roman coins. Yeah, loads. But this one we're a Vespasian, so I'm happy with.
Yeah, nice early one. Yeah, well done, mate. Well done. I'm going to just put you over to the Yorkshire Digger before we go to Dale. Rob seems like a top bloke and he supports Man U as well. Bonus. I tell you what, right? I'm not going to get into the football crap because Dale will laugh at you, but not heard a great deal from Man United and Man City recently, have we not, folks? The great bottlers of the old football world. Anyway, let's just calm it down a little bit. It's like arguing with the Garrett user, isn't it? We'll quickly go. We'll quickly come away from Man United and Man City.
Well,
and we'll go to Dale's best find.
I just want to say a big thanks, Yorkshire Digger. There you go, my mate.
Good lad. He's a top man, he's Robert. Top man. Oh, yeah. I can see a link to go live. You need to join in the next. Are you answering him?
Yeah, it's Colin.
Oh, do you want to do that then, Mel?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Mel's brilliant. We'll get you sorted, Colin. It's easy. We'll just put a link on the chat and you click on it.
It's on Facebook, it's not on YouTube.
Oh, he needs to be on YouTube. Right, sorry. Yeah, he does.
Say that.
Yeah, you can see it, yeah. Oh, that's a pity. Let's have a look. There we go. Rob sounds like Fred Dibner.
Yeah, Fred Dibner.
He was a legend.
He is a legend. He can pull chimneys down, can't he? He can pull chimneys down him.
Oh yeah, he was some baby. Him. Yeah.
He didn't give two hoots.
Anyway,
he climbed them chimneys and blew them up and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he was a hell of a fella. I used to watch his documentaries as well. He was. They don't make him like Fred Dibner anymore, mate.
No.
Right, Dale, your best find.
My best find. Well, there's obviously there's quite a few I'm attached to, and I probably could say they're all as equal as each other. But if I had to choose one at the moment, it'd be my Norfolk Wolf Stater. My actual logo, if anyone can see my logo at the moment, that is based on my actual Norfolk Wolf Stater I found. So that's my that's
so
my.
If you type into chat, Dale, if you type something in the chat, it'll come up and I'll show it.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, in the comments box, you can put a comment, "Hi everyone," like you've been doing earlier before you came on. If you can still do that, it'll come up your name. I can put it on the screen. You see.
All right.
Yeah, a gold stater is pretty well. They're certainly non-existent up here in the north. So you've done bloody well finding that.
There you go. I'll put a comment.
Right, it'll come up. It'll come up in a second or two. I think. If it doesn't come up, I can't see it coming up yet on the chat. It's just on the normal chat, Dale, but I can't see it coming up. It might not be an option or an option for people to do actually on the live screen.
Well, yeah, I pressed.
Here's one that's just come up, a new person. Yeah, it's not come up. Tattoo treasure only been detected in 12 months, and my best find is a Lizzie 6 1592. That's fantastic.
That's
absolutely fantastic. My first ever cracking find. Absolutely, my first hammered coin was Elizabeth I sixpence 1595. You know, that's a coin that you'll never forget. Tattoo treasure. Well done. Absolutely fantastic. Dale's actually disappeared, so I guess he's gone off to type a comment in so you can see his gold stater, and then he'll come back on. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I think what he's done, Graham, there is he's clicked the wrong button because it's hard to do on StreamYard. He clicked the wrong button.
Yeah. He's just come on chat now. He's obviously not on the screen, but you can see, I've put it up on the screen. If you can look behind his logo, you can actually see his gold stater that he found. It's all based around his logo, which is a rather nice. Oh, here he is. He's coming back on. Rather nice find. Yeah. Terrific. Let's just see if we can get him back. There he is. So that's a really fine.
We've got a question there from History Unearthed. That's a good one. That's a good one. History Unearthed.
Well, it is it's so difficult to choose which is your perfect period of history. I I used to think it was medieval because I love the medieval artifacts and coins. I just think they're just every hammered coin you find is unique. Even you can find a load of sixpences, but they all look different. They're all worn different or shaped different. But you think about the Celtic and Iron Age artifacts, and then you think about the Roman artifacts, and you think about
what's your favourite medieval, Roman, Iron Age?
If I had to choose one, and it'd be very, very difficult to choose, I would probably go for medieval.
Medieval,
probably.
Right. See, I'm going for two. I've got two different ones. Me, Graham. I'm going to go for. I love me Saxon, but I also love me Viking. Yeah. But where I'm from, I ain't going to get Viking.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Rob. Viking and Saxon, hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I actually think I do finding. I found a lot of Saxon bits over the years. I've been very lucky actually to find Saxon coins. It's one of the only areas of detecting that I've been really successful in is finding Saxon coins, mainly late Saxon pennies. But yeah, I found the double figures. Colin McAlpine, great to chat, but he's playing Dad's Taxi today. Now this evening, so we'll catch us later. Legend, Colin, lovely to see
Colin.
you, mate. He's going to come
Colin.
on. He's a great guy. Do you know what? He's absolutely invaluable to our Facebook group, because if anybody finds a Roman coin that they don't fully know, what mint it is or what emperor or whatever, he can nail it right down within minutes. So he's one of the best guys to have on your Facebook groups. He's an absolute expert.
Excellent.
I'm just going to put up some. I'm losing some of the chats, and I do apologise. I don't really want to do it because we've got that many people chatting. I will never lose that feeling when you hold something medieval or Roman in your hand. I close my eyes and try to picture the person. Absolutely, that's what it's all about. These anti-detecting groups, they don't understand what it's about. We really cherish the things that we find, and we really look after our finds. So yeah, no, I can understand you. We've got a new guy coming on, Mr. I can't see that. I might need bloody glasses,
MJJR.
I know you have. Yeah, my best find was a Pictish brooch, 6th to 9th century. Oh, fantastic!
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, Pictish, Scottish. Yeah.
What does that look like?
Like somebody you put on your top.
It could be a disc brooch. It could be an annular brooch, penannular brooch, that type.
Right.
It could be one of them. Is Yorkshire Digger? I think we've got Yorkshire Digger coming on. Is your Facebook group unearthed? Yeah, everything that you see unearthed on social media is ours, Yorkshire Digger. Yeah, there's one or two actually that have copied the name. You won't believe it. We've got one or two of these YouTube celebrities that have tagged in the name unearthed on their channels, which they want to jump on the back of success. They can do it, but the original unearthed is always up because it's our name. Yeah, we come up with it donkeys years ago. So yeah, everything unearthed is the page groups and things. So we've got Suffolk Searcher. We've got quite a lot from Suffolk on tonight, actually, and we see Dale here. He's a Suffolk guy. So Suffolk Hunter. If only finds could talk, I think we all would like to know what they've seen. Absolutely. I mean, bet some of them coins and artifacts could tell some stories.
Yeah, of course he could. Definitely. You're on about this Suffolk thing, though, Graham. Right. I want to know something. Yeah. Everybody from Suffolk, small.
Dale's face. Dale's face changed. Dale's a little storm came over Dale's funny face.
No, there is a mixture, mate. We do get some taller people. We just throw them into Norfolk if they're too tall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dale. That you just throw them out and keep the small people. It's like the world of the borrowers.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I can't wait to meet you, Dale.
That's good to have a load of Suffolk people in, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
It is, yeah. No, we have. Do you know what? We have lots of Suffolk customers, and a lot of them ring up and buy things off us here at Unearth, which is rather heartwarming. But they also tell me a lot of stories about what they've been finding, and like unbelievable. The stuff that comes up from Suffolk soil is terrific. You've got one from Suffolk saying he's fat. I'm sure you're not.
Beezy says oi.
And Beezy says Lisa Beezy, because Lisa's actually from Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Norfolk, there you go.
Am I right in saying she's in Norfolk? Yeah, she's Norfolk. Yeah.
I bet she's taller than Dale though.
She will be because she used to live in Suffolk. We chucked her into Norfolk because she was too tall.
She's a formidable woman, is Lisa. She doesn't take any prisoners. There you go.
I'm a mank, I can't say no. I'm 6 foot and that's all they stay in Manchester. So
6 foot's probably about right, isn't it? We've got one with a gold ring. I'm not sure who that is, so Mel might have to fill me in with the details of this person. But my best find is it must be the gold bishop ring. I don't know what's happening to my phone, but
I'd like to see a picture of that, the gold bishop's ring.
If that could be that could be Mark Thompson. Oh, it's Don Shepherd. Yes, I've seen it. The gold bishop ring actually appeared in the Detectorist magazine. So if anybody goes back to the previous issues of the Detectorist magazine, Don's ring's in there. There's a Latin
Thompson, Graham. Matt Thompson, he only lives in the next town across from me.
Yeah, well, Matt Thompson found the very rare gold ring.
Yeah, he did. We're in the Bury area.
A bit further down, I think. I'm not absolutely 100% sure where he found it, but it had a huge sapphire in it. Yeah, near Sherwood Forest, actually. Yeah. I've got some interesting. He's a nice fellow, he's Mark, actually.
Yeah,
comes on our dig sometimes. Andrew Allen, Graham, have I got any plans to return to Cannon Hall Farm? Well, I pretty much think that'll be down to Channel 5, actually, if I end up going back on with the Cannon Hall guys. But I'm quietly confident that we'll probably be back down there detecting at some point with them guys, yeah. Because we had such a good day detecting. I know we had a bit of banter and things, but the finds weren't prolific. But there's got a lot of land there that's quite historic that could do with really having a really good search on them guys. And the two farmers are on the television, remember? It's Robert and Dave at the Cannon Hall Farm. That's on Channel 5. Some of you people will watch that quite often. And they are, as you see them on the television, they're actually like that behind the scenes. They're very down-to-earth guys, and they know the stuff about farming as well. They're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're very professional farmers. They know what they're doing with their animals. They know what they're doing with the land. So I would love, Andrew, I would dearly love to get back detecting with them too, because I think there's some pretty tasty things on their land that needs to be uncovered. There you go. And of course, it's not always easy to be in front of a camera live and then you're streamed onto Channel 5 of an evening, but we did it and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience. Yeah.
Excellent. Right.
Oh, it's your neck of the woods, Andrew. Right.
Right. I'm going to have to shoot me, guys, because I've got to sort the kids out for bed and get my stuff ready for tomorrow. Robert. But it's great for having me on, Graham. It's been a pleasure.
Anytime, sir. You're more than welcome on these live streams anytime, Robert.
No, and everyone in chat, thank you. Yeah, everyone in chat, all put thumbs up. Put the thumbs up for our Graham on Earth. And I'll see you all soon. You've all been cracking.
Top man.
See you, Robert. Don't bump your head on the door frame.
You take care, Rob.
What, like this? Yeah, because I'm massive. Right, love you all, guys. Everyone in chat,
take care,
everybody here. Take care. Melanie, take care, love.
Still in situ. Rob. Why is it still in situ, Graham? Can we ask? No, history unearthed. Roman Republic Hall.
His best find was a Roman Republic Hall, which was still in situ. Yeah, it hadn't been disturbed by the. It hadn't been disturbed by the plough. So, Darren from History Unearthed, he found a hoard of Roman silver coins, Republican ones, which are the older type, and it was still in the pot. So that was actually a terrific find. He found it with the Eurotech Pro that he bought off us, and it was. And when he, we did. I think we did. We did a news story on the first metal detecting on the first unearthed detectorist magazine. Yeah, we've done a story on Darren's amazing find. I mean, that must have been special.
Yeah, I would
really
say.
was. But yeah, he found it with the Eurotech. So don't dismiss these cheaper machines. They're so good. So we've got one guy coming on now. I've got an itch in my eye, so be careful. Tower of Treasure. He's in Oldham. Has anyone ever found any hammers in this area? I have done a lot of detecting in Yorkshire and Lancashire, but I've never detected in the Oldham area. But I'm sure there's hammered coins around the arable land. There's got to be. Most towns and villages and cities around this country have got hammered coins on the surrounding fields. If you can get away with the dreaded green waste, that is. We've got one coming in now. Yes, it was in the mag. You got it before any of the other mags. Well, I'm biased, but our magazine's the best. The Detectorist magazine, everybody should be subscribing it. We've got thousands of subscribers, but then again, I'm biased. I'm gonna always say ours is the best. Bye all, must go. Good luck and happy hunting. Okay, Malcolm, you take care. Have a good evening, sir. Have a good bank holiday tomorrow. I'm sure you will. My best find was the Noble from last year. That was a weird week. They're coming up left, right, and centre on the group. I remember people posting up gold hammered in a very short period, which was fantastic. And I mean, if you find a gold Noble, you've probably hit the heights of detecting, pretty much coin wise, because they're pretty rare.
That's what I'm after. I'm trying to hit a gold hammered. Very
hard to find. It took me 33 years to find my first gold hammered. There you go. 33 years of trying my hardest to find a gold hammered. 33. I found Roman gold before that. I found Saxon gold. I found Bronze Age gold. I found Victorian and Georgian gold, but I could never find medieval gold until 33 years. And then the year after, I found another one. So, it's what?
Like buses, isn't
What was that, Dale? Like buses,
it's
yeah.
like buses.
You said buses.
One come along.
You said buses.
Yeah.
You said buses in Suffolk. We said buses. Buses. And Norfolk, what do Norfolk say?
Buses.
Buses. They have a similar accent to you, actually, but you probably don't sound the same.
Yeah, there's not much between us, really.
No. Has your magazine surpassed your expectations? It has, yes, it has. It's difficult. It's a very, very difficult job. It's one of the hardest jobs out there because the editor of the magazine does a really sterling job pulling everything together. We've got to pull the stories in as best we can from the detectorists because we want to keep it real and we want to keep the detecting stories lifelike, and so use people that read the magazine can relate to them. But yeah, pretty much it's good and it's going to get better as well. We've got a new gentleman on. He's Simon Austell, who's a very nice fella. He's a Cumbrian fella, so he doesn't live too far from where we are. If you could detect anywhere in the world, where would it be? Do you know what? It's a good question. I'm pretty happy with detecting in the UK actually, because I think some of these counties, Lincolnshire, East Anglia, and others are pretty much top of the tree. With regards to detecting. So if you can imagine detecting in, no disrespects, by the way, to the Americans that watch this channel, but they haven't really got the history that we have. So I would get pretty despondent if I had to go over to America to detect for the rest of my detecting career, because I know I wouldn't hit anything too old. And that's just the way history is. Same in Australia and same in other parts of the country. So I'm pretty happy with the UK. What about you, Dale?
Well, apart from Oak Island, obviously, because that's the holy mecca of all history. I wouldn't mind detecting in Rome.
Well, Italy, actually, yeah, the outskirts of Italy. Because remember, detecting in Italy is restricted severely, and if you get caught detecting out there, you get pretty much shot. But you can imagine the roads that lead into Rome on the outskirts of the Roman cities.
Yeah,
farmland, because there's a lot of arable land out there. I bet there's some incredible coinage and artifacts in Italy. So Italy, actually, Simon, Dale's hit the nail on the head. I would love to detect in Italy and in Spain, actually, in parts of Spain. But UK, it takes some beating, does UK. Think about what's come up over the years in the UK. It's been incredible, absolutely incredible.
For a small island as well.
For a small island, Suffolk. It says Iraq, UK best place on earth. So Turkey and Croatia as well. Somebody's put up. Yeah, there's a lot, there's the Croatians, actually. They've got a lot of history. Well, they all have. Everywhere's got history, hasn't it? It's just getting on the bloody land to detect it. Well, it's an interesting one. Speaking of Orc Island, is it real? You've got to remember something about Orc Island when you guys watch it on telly, right? They keep the fire burning all the time, don't they? So they don't really come up with anything too special, or certainly the ones that I've watched over the years. But you're always wanting to watch the next one, just in case something really exciting comes to light. So they do it for the audience, basically. So I think it's a little bit far-fetched for me. But
yeah, me too.
A lot of money. When you think about it, the television companies are out there. It's a TV series, so they're going to have to attract the viewers. So it's a lot of hype. So we've got Andrew. Steve Wade, he loves watching Orc Island. Andrew Allen liked to detecting Greece.
Ancient Greece.
Melanie said Egypt. It's rubbish, but John still watches it. It doesn't do it for me, Orc Island. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I just see right through it. But that's not to say it's not enjoyable for people to watch, of course. And Steve Wade, he loves watching Orc Island, so can't blame him. But yeah, it's just a little bit far-fetched to me. We've got a Facebook user coming in, and I can't see whose name it is. The most exciting thing about each episode of Orc Island is the ending. Yeah, well, I pretty much picked that up right towards the end of the first episode that I watched. I thought it was a little bit far-fetched. But then Melanie likes it, but then you fast forward onto the next series to watch the next episode to see what's going on, don't you? The Suffolk Hunter says Ireland would be a good place. Well, Ireland's got a lot of Celtic history, as everybody knows. The Romans must have got on there for trade. I mean, I know there's not a great deal of Roman history on Ireland, or certainly they've kept it under cloak and dagger if there is. But the Romans must have traded over there at some point, absolutely. So there will be a lot of finds in the Irish soil. But of course, Republic of Ireland, Southern Ireland, is restricted, heavily restricted for detectorists to get out and about. I don't watch. Let's just have a look at this, because we're getting into quite a lot of debate here. I don't watch Orc Island, but I have many theories about the Knights Templar. There you go. Well, it'd be lovely to think that they could pick up something that had real historical roots to it. And John also loves Knights Templar stuff. I've actually got a Knights Templar cup somewhere that I drink my tea out of, and it's fantastic, but it's not around at the moment. Who is the American chap? What is the name of the American chap who does river detecting? Well, there's the River Hunters, isn't there, on television? And the American guy comes over.
Aquachigger.
He's got his own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Aquachigger, his name is. I can't remember his first name. But he got some of his YouTube content stolen. So some of the films that he was putting up on YouTube under Aquachigger was stolen by, I think it was a guy in Pakistan, actually, or somewhere out that way, or Saudi Arabia. And he stole the content of his YouTube videos and put them on his own and got millions of hits off it. And when he put a complaint in to YouTube, they sided with the other guy. Unbelievable, isn't it? Even though it wasn't him in the pictures, yeah. Bew, that's his name. Bew, Steve Wade's just said. Yeah, he got some content stolen. Bo. I don't bloody know. Bew, Bo, it sounds the same, doesn't it? No. So yeah. So there's somebody else come on the old Facebook now. We're getting a lot of Facebook watchers tonight. I'm in Midlothian, a huge Roman and Knights Templar activity. Well, I mean, there's a lot. Do you know what? Scotland. Some of my very first Roman silver coins came out of Scotland, and they were Republicans as well. So when the armies of the Roman armies pushed north to conquer this country, they brought with them a lot of Republican and early denarius, obviously, because the Roman soldiers got paid a denarius a day. So they must have had huge amounts of silver with them. And we found a lot of Roman silver denarius in Scotland over the years. But I'm going back to early 90s, late 80s now. Where we at? Yeah, Bo. Yeah, that's his name. History Revisited. Great chat tonight, guys. Well, we're trying our best to keep it vibrant, aren't we? Because there's people coming on and coming off, so they're probably catching us midstream, and people are obviously probably putting the kids to bed like Robert is. Hi, Graham. It's William Morris in Midlothian. Yes, William, top man. I should know that, actually. Fellow Liverpool supporter as well. One of the nicest men you'll ever meet is William. Where we at? John Clayton, never found Roman silver yet. The thing is with Devon, they did a book on Devon in the 1980s called History Beneath Our Feet. So if you can get a copy of it, John, get it. Gives you some really good insight into detecting in Devon and Cornwall. The guy that wrote it names villages and towns in Devon and Cornwall where lots of hammered coins came from.
I've only had 2 silver Romans in Suffolk, if I'm honest. And they were both Republican.
Early ones. Probably mixed in with your Celtic gold, probably.
No, it's a different different
time.
site, but
yeah.
Thought I had more.
Yeah, well, they'll come up. You've got to remember it's difficult to get Roman coins and Roman artifacts in any quantity if you don't live where the Romans lived and died. So we're lucky. I travel for a lot of my finds now. Never had any Roman coins or sorts in Greater Manchester. No, Manchester's a Roman spot though. Remember, because the name gives it away. But you'll get them. You'll definitely get them. You get them on the farm, the fields around. Where we at? Just let me catch up with some of these. Duncan Bullman, he's not been on yet, so we're going to put his up. Given the current situation, what's your thoughts on seeking new permissions, Duncan? The easiest way of getting permission is this: don't start too big. Don't start too big. Everybody falls into the trap of going to the nice, tasty-looking farms that have got 600 acres of arable land, that have got Roman sites strewn across them and a Roman road that breaches them and everything else. Don't do it. Come away from the popular farms that look tasty, because you can bet your bottom dollar there's been X amount of detectorists before you, right back from the 80s and 70s and beyond, knocking on their farmers' doors and pretty much tying it up. So the best way forward for getting permission is this, and this is only my opinion, by the way, but it works, is start off small. So if you can get permission on small paddocks, 2-acre fields, 5-acre fields, or whatever it could be, try the smaller farms, paddocks, small holdings, etc., private landowners. If you've got people that have got horses that they bring them in for winter, get permission on the small horse paddocks. I've had some incredible finds off 3-4 acre fields. It's been unbelievable. If you start off small and grow outwards, and of course, when you start off small, you might have friends, family, or they might have friends and family that know people that have got horse paddocks and small holdings that you can get on with your detector, and that's how you start. And of course, you can use them as a springboard, if that's the right word, to get other permissions in the area. And of course, they can give you a reference that you can go to other farms and say, well, there's a reference here from X, lady, Mr. and Mrs. whoever that I've got on. So my advice is start small. Never go for these big farms, because you just get knocked back all the time. It's unbelievable. It can be quite, what's the word I'm looking for? It can be quite soul destroying, actually, when you keep getting knockbacks all the time. I hope that helps anyway, Duncan. Yes, that's interesting. That I live in Search near Chester, never found any Roman. I spoke to a group of detectorists that lived and worked and detected in and around the Chester area, actually not far from Chester Zoo, if that rings a bell with you, Darren. And they never found any they never found any Roman material at all. Yeah, Chester is one of the big Roman towns of the country. It must be there somewhere, but I've talked to many detectorists in and around Chester, and they find very little. Some will find stuff, but they struggle. Ask for one field, then you show your finds, and you can go from there. Somebody just said, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. And they are, look at this. Here we go. My Lizzie was found on a 4-acre permission in Cheshire. There you go. People fall into the trap of looking at the big, huge landowners, estates, 600,000-800,000 acre farms where everybody and his dog's been asking for permission, and you just can't get on. Start small. Yeah, that's my tip for the day.
Graham, just a quick one. I got permission to detect someone's garden once. Like when I first started out, you take what you can get. Literally a garden, an average sized garden. I got a Roman coin.
Yeah, it just shows you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine actually, because we have friends that detect in Norfolk, and they're lucky enough to do people's gardens, and they find hammered coins all the time in people's gardens. I mean, some of the gardens are huge, by the way, and they were probably fields before they were gardens. But yeah, gardens are very popular for people to search, especially in good old East Anglia.
Yeah.
I might be careful. Can't keep saying East Anglia all the time because everyone will be running down there, see if they can get permission down there. Steve Wadey, I live in Cheshire, went on my first 60-acre permission today. Well, hopefully there'll be some Roman bits and pieces on there for you to find, Steve. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed if you find some nice stuff on there. We did have, actually, Leonard Jackman's up, and I took it down by mistake. He found 21 silver Silikas and 1 denarius. Fantastic. And they're really nice coins to find, a Silikas. I've only... Yeah, he's very... Melanie just said you're very experienced, Len. So there you go. And I hope she means detecting. 21 Silikas. I love Roman Silika coins. I've only found about 6 or 7 in my whole life, but they're lovely, lovely coins. I'll tell you a story about Silika, actually. I found my second ever Silika. I remember finding it in East Anglia in Norfolk. And I went down on a 2-day rally. I got an invite only a few years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And I went down to detect in Norfolk. 3 of us went down. We stayed in Norwich, in bed and breakfast in Norwich, and we travelled to this permission. There wasn't a great deal on it. In fact, it's definitely been detected before, even though the rally organizer said it hadn't. But anyway, we had to give it a go. Halfway through the morning of the first morning, I was lucky enough to find a silver Silika, which was rather tarnished. It was a rather dull grey brown colour, but a really nice coin. And at lunchtime, I took it over to the dig organizer to have a look at, because obviously they want to record the finds that you're making off the field. So I said, I've been lucky enough to find this Roman Silika, which was the only one that came off. In fact, it was the only Roman coin that came off that day. And he took it off me to get recorded, and he spat on it and rubbed it and cracked it. Cracked it. It cracked that right down the middle. Because he was too rough with it, and Roman silver Silikas, and Len will back me up here, are quite brittle. And I was peed off big time with him. And he's supposed to be a professional dig organizer, this guy. Obviously didn't know what he was doing. And this is the problem. You've got idiots like him running rallies. Anyway, I never ever went back. It ruined the coin, actually. Ruined the coin. Lisa saying, get off my land. Actually, I've just got some permission here, Lisa. Next to Lisa's permission. I'm only joking, Lisa. Ireland for me, if I was allowed, but I don't think I'd be allowed. Ireland for me, if it's allowed, but I don't think it is. It is in the north of the country. Slightly different rules. Republic of Ireland, it's pretty much restricted. Which is a shame. I prefer smaller permissions. You can search them and grid them better. Quite often they hide some of the best stuff. They absolutely do. Small paddock fields are fantastic if you can get on them. Absolutely. And Len backs me up there. Look, very fragile Silika. They are, absolutely are. And this guy bloody rubbed the hell out of it and broke it, split it. I could have split him in 2, actually. I bloody nearly did. Dogs are nipping at my feet. I think they need feeding back in 5. No problem. We're steady now around about 36 people, so that's not too bad. We've only got 1/4 of an hour left, folks, so we're going to cram it as much in as we can in the next 1/4 of an hour, and then we'll disappear. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a draw off the people that have commented tonight. Lisa, Melanie is going to pick the winner, and then we'll announce it on YouTube and Facebook for you guys to look at. What else have we got going on? We've got found lords here. John Clayton, he's found lords where he is. But yeah, so Silikas are pretty rare coins to find. If you can get in amongst the Silikas, they come up down south a lot more than they do up here in the north.
They're not full. Are they not full silver? Are they?
They're a thinner coin and a slightly. Yeah, they're quite a bit thinner than the. You got to remember the denarius was debased over the years in such a way that there was probably more tin and bronze in them than actually silver. But the Silikas, some of the Silikas are very, very fine silver, and they come up really, really good in good nick. But I suppose compared to the early denarius, the Silikas probably got less silver content, but they're a lot thinner. Remember. Somebody will pull me up on that probably, but and I don't blame him for doing it. Where we at? So John Clayton has just put up. He's found loads where he is. Found loads there. So yeah. So there you go, folks. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. So how do you think these live streams go, Dale? Do you quite enjoy them?
Yeah, I like you say, I think it's a good way to talk to people, interact with people you might not normally chat with on the actual Facebook group.
Yeah.
And dare I say it, you might attract new members over as well. People who didn't know much about Unearth. So I think they're brilliant. You can have a laugh. You can talk about serious stuff. Yeah, I think they're fantastic. I do.
I do. I think it's a way forward, live streaming. I do, honestly, because we're going to have some really tasty and meaty subjects to talk about in the near future, and rolling on the next 12 months, 18 months. So I think it's a really good way of interacting with the detecting community and getting the word out there about certain things. Like we were talking about in the first hour of this, about these heritage type groups and putting them on Facebook and the anti-detecting if that comes out. So great stream, brings us all together. Which is true, absolutely. Steve Wadey, how about a mentorship program for all us novices? We were going to do, before the COVID kicked in, Steve, we were going to do detecting sessions of an evening, classroom sessions, where we got like up to 10 people in a classroom and talk them through the do's and don'ts of detecting and give them advice and guidance on it. But of course, the COVID knocked it on the head. But they might be coming, that sort of thing. So watch this space. I'm pretty sure there's one or two people out there already sort of embarking on that.
You've done Graham. You've done the Mind Lab Day as well, haven't you? Where you had a day just invited people to.
We had the Mind Lab sponsored event. Yeah, where we that was really good. But especially people with the Equinox that don't really understand how to set them properly. We had a really good training session that day. That was a really interesting morning. We actually will do another one of them. You've got to remember when COVID kicked in last year, it just scuppered everybody's ideas and plans. It really did. It just knocked everybody for six. So all our plans, we had digs lined up. We had all sorts of weird and wonderful things lined up. We just knocked them on the head. So we will have to revisit things like the Mind Lab tester days and training days and things like that.
On the weekend, we will do a few hour training.
Melanie's saying on the weekend. See, Melanie's pulling the strings in the background, you see. People don't realise that, but she's a bit of the heartbeat of Unearth in a lot of cases.
We do realise.
You do. She's the boss. Whether I like it or not, but on a serious note, we will do some training on the weekender. There's no two ways about it.
It will be a training field.
It'll be a training field, absolutely. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So yes. So Andrew Allen has put up here at a horde of 3 Selekas, 2 pierced and 1 contempt. Forgery from the days of the Romans, I guess. They all ended up in Rotherham Museum, haven't seen the light of day since. And that's absolutely wrong. You've done the right thing by going through the treasure process, Andrew, handing the coins in and doing it all by the book, only to find your poor coins have been stuck in a drawer somewhere, never to see the light of day again. And that really gets my back up, that. So we've got a lot. We've got live feed is fantastic, connecting all of us detectorists for chat and banter. Where we are, I keep saying I'm sorry, guys. Great, but you need to brush up on your Norfolk accent. I can't remember how we do. Oh, I can't do it. I'm not.
To call tomorrow.
I need to copy somebody's. I need to copy someone's accent. I used to get it off to a T. I can do this. I can do quite a few other accents, but Norfolk's difficult. Melanie thinks I can't. I mean, I do need to brush up on my Norfolk accent. I've just been up there. I just bought the X100 Knox 800. Yeah, we're going to do some training on the Knox. Absolutely. Where we at? Lol, go Melanie. Yeah, she's a bugger. So Len Jackman's back on. Seleka were later coins. The quality of the silver not as good. That's right. I mean, I found that they are brittle coins of Selekas, but the most of the ones I've had, in fact, all of them, in fact, have been beautiful. Bright silver, almost bright silver coins are fantastic. So Michael's put up very easy way to protect heritage sites. Just scatter the land around with a site with 3mm ball bearings. Job done. The answer, actually, the other side of the coin to that, Michael, is If these heritage sites hold so many coins and artifacts, get them out. Hire a team of detectorists in, a lot working alongside the archaeologists, and get everything out of the ground.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I can't understand why they just. I know they haven't got the resources, but yeah, how long are they going to leave it in till they're dead and the next load of archaeologists get trained up? But it bamboozles me. I mean, I've got a scheduled site on my permission. That probably won't ever get looked at in my lifetime, I wouldn't think.
No, it's
So what's the
disappointing.
point?
Well, what we need to do is make a mental note of what we're discussing now for next week's live stream, because I've got a really interesting story that I need to relay to a lot of people on here about a farmer where a hoard was found on his land. I've got permission off the farmer, and the hoard was taken away from him, never to be seen again. So I'll mention that to you all next week. It's a bit of a naughty story actually by the archaeologists. Michael says that in the background was a dog barking at the cat, because it's like a bloody zoo in here. Yes, true, but it won't happen, Graham. No, you're right. Sadly, you're right, but it needs to do it. Suffolk searchers, they wouldn't have to hire us. We'd do it for free. Absolutely, wouldn't you? You'd spend a day clearing all the gently saving all the objects from destruction, or letting them see the light of day again. Of course you would. It won't be long, It won't be long until we have green waste rallies. There you go. That's my predicament for the future, because all these thousands actually of tons of green toxic waste that's strewn across English and British countryside. Eventually, somebody will need to clean that up, and you can just imagine them hiring groups of detectorists to do it. Would you do it? There's your thing. Would you clear a farm of its green waste if you worked in a big team of you to do it? Difficult one, isn't it? Difficult one. But I'll tell you what, that's the only way to get rid of it is a detectorist. They won't be able to scrape all the soil off using diggers and machinery. It costs thousands. But you imagine going on a green waste rally where all you had to do was fill buckets full of green waste and clear it. Andrew Allen has come up with thoroughly enjoyed tonight, professional, friendly, and not tacky, just how it should be. Do you know what? It's our first proper double stream YouTube, Facebook, and we've tried our best and it's worked, I think. So thanks for that, Andrew. It's very kind of you. Andrew's been top contributor. Yeah, Duncan Bowman again. I've got the feeling that archaeologists don't. A lot of them don't. A lot of these. Got to be careful. Got to be careful what we say. There's these heritage action guys out there. They hate us. There's a growing number of people that absolutely detest detector. We've got that Barford guy who's got a crush on me. Actually, I know I shouldn't say it, but he's got a crush on me because he trolls me all over the place. So I can only presume he fancies me. So there you go. I can't think of anything else. I don't know why he trolls me all the time. But these heritage types that do not understand. They're just not clever enough, I guess, to understand the work that the detectorists do. We save every day of the week, of the years and the months that go by, historic coins and artifacts from sheer destruction. Yet they still want us restricted and banned. It's absolutely wrong. It's absolutely wrong. I've invited Barford out for a day's detecting with me, starting at 6 a.m, like we do, travelling to the sites till get there till 9 o'clock, detect till 12, have our dinner, then detect right through till 6 o'clock in the day. Let's just see how he finds it at the end of the day. And I can show him all the bits of buttons, broken lead, bits of pewter spoons, shotgun shells, shotgun cartridge ends, you name it. Green waste, ointment tubes. You might be looking to find a hammered coin mixed in with it. Let's just see what you think. Let's just see if he changes attitude and his rhetoric. So yeah, there's a lot of love is in the air, Andrew. Indeed, it is for some. We've got historic history unearthed. I have a scheduled monument on my permission. I have to stay 30 meters away, but the farmer can plough right up to it. I could be saving any fines from it. Well, you've got to stay within the law, mate. I'm afraid. As soon as you venture off nearer that scheduled monument, you're going to get in a bit of bother. But I know you wouldn't do that anyway because you're a top man. Tatar treasure, Barford and Graham sitting in a tree. There you go. You see, I definitely think he fancies me. He's got a crush on me. I've called him out about it, but he's not responded a couple of times. So, but he just can't. He just cannot. The local evening mail to us, right, did a story on my book coming out, right? So in a couple of months or a month or so, we've got this. I've got my first book that I wrote last year, and they did a story on it, the local press, to say there's a book coming out, a guide to metal detecting, wrote by Graham Rushton. And I was pretty damn chuffed about it. It got in the paper, and it got on their online version of the paper, if you will, the Northwestern Evening Mail. And Barford jumped on it, and the comments have started slagging me off. So he just trolls me. He just turns up everywhere.
Outside now.
He's sat outside. Melanie's just said he's sat outside in his taxi. His taxi with his belly touching the bloody steering wheel. Great show. I should do a live stream. I have watched long enough just to get my head around technology. That was from John Clayton. I'm sure you would have a good laugh with a few detectorists taking the green waste off that farm. Well, there's a lot of it, mate. We have a farm close to us that has over 80 tons on it already. We are sort of green waste. That's from Jeff. Where we are. He won't accept green. We'll be too busy shooting grouse, deer, etc. Possibly. It's because history is mostly fabricated, and you could find things that contradict fake archaeological framework. Completely different argument. Completely, Keith McLaren. This is your first post tonight. Welcome, sir. Who knows, sir? Who knows? Who knows what goes on in this crazy world?
Graham.
Yeah.
We certainly changed the course of history a lot, detectorists, as a natural course of finding the gear. I mean, we're rewriting history all the time. We're not changing the big stories, but we're adding to them, and we're adding new things to the history of England and Scotland and Wales. We do a hell of a lot of good work that goes down in the history books.
We do, mate. We do. I mean, one of the most interesting parts of history that I always found, which attracted me, was the populations of the past. So when the archaeological world and the historians and everybody else came out with figures around how big the populations were in the Roman times, Celtic times, medieval times, or whatever it was, I pretty much think that the work of the detectorists has shown that the populations in the past must have been a lot bigger. They must have been a lot bigger, especially in the Roman times. It must have been huge.
Yeah.
The amount of Roman sites out there and the amount of stuff that people find and material out there, it just, I mean, I think they've got it way wrong. But anyway, what do I know? I'm just an average run-of-the-mill guy that loves detecting. Somebody's just put this up. I bet Barford give the thumbs down. It could be, mate. It could be. He used to watch this YouTube channel, and he actually used to follow us on Facebook as well until I booted him off. But yeah, he's not a nice fella. He's just a bit, he was born once by his mother, and he was a baby, and he was a child, and he probably got brought up okay. And what turned him so bitter in life? It's just like he just can't help himself. But then again, it's a funny old game, isn't it? But yeah, he's a difficult character to deal with. I mean, the best course of action is probably ignore him, but sometimes you just can't help yourself biting at him, and I sometimes bite at him, really. But he's he wants to go out detecting. That's what he needs to do. Somebody needs to arm him with a detector, put a pair of boots on him and a pair of pants and a decent pair of gloves, and a decent jacket. Get him out in the fields, on the ploughed fields, walking up and down for 8 hours and 9 hours a day, doing 10,500 steps, digging about every couple of minutes if you're lucky. I would love to know what he'd think about detectorists after he'd done that. I'm sure he'd change his mind. I'm absolutely positive of it. I have been working with an archaeologist, and he's happy for his son to come out detecting with me. Well, there you go. That's a good luck story, Len. That's a good luck story. Hopefully, the archaeologists will see the really good work that detectorists do and understand that we're not all about, digging stuff up and stick it on eBay and everything else. The vast majority of detectorists out there love it because of the historical context. I know detectorists up and down the country, male and female, that look after their finds like the guarding the crown jewels. They look after them unbelievably well, and they love finding them. They do the research on them. They look after them far better than anybody else would. Knock him out. I bloody would knock him out, mate. well, you can't see that online really. Every so often, a coin or tool is discovered that has never been seen before. That's what history is all about. Absolutely, I love it when unique artifacts and coins come to light. I really do. But then, when the archaeological world gets hold of it, or the historians, or whoever else, they seldom mention the word detectorist in there, don't they?
They didn't really celebrate the gold Mancus, did they? I don't think when it came out.
You know something? The gold Mancus that was found by my friend last year was a significant coin. It was a unique coin. It was a Saxon gold coin, a gold Mancus of King Egbert. Never been found before. So he rang me and told me about it and said, "Can you share it on social media?" Because I'm not on social media. I said, "Yeah, of course I can." So I put the pictures up and put it on YouTube. I got absolutely slated by the guys in the coin world. That can't be right. It's a fake. The coin had been looked at by various experts beforehand. It was the real deal. The British Museum have looked at it. It's a real deal. The Saxon experts have looked at it. They've done everything to the coin. They've done testings on the coin. It's a real deal. And still, there's people on Facebook, coin experts on Facebook, dismissing it. And it's because they're triggered by hatred or jealousy that a detectorist has found it, not somebody else. It's wrong. It's so wrong. A quick square kick in the bollocks that some of them need.
Yeah,
Honestly, you're not allowed to say that word, but that's honestly. Yeah, no, it's not. It's quite often, John, that people say that I look like Liam Nielsen. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, mate. I do. I can't change my looks. If I could do that Irish accent, if I could, what does he say? What does he say, Dale? If I could, I'll find you and I'll kill you. Oh, that sounded Scottish, didn't it? I can't do accents. You can't do accents. You can't sing. I've heard you on the karaoke, Mel. You sound like a cat being strangled. Yeah, I do look like him. Yeah, wasn't the chap who discovered the Iron Age burial chariot? I'm sure he was something the archaeologists taken over and excluded him. Probably, Andrew. Probably. There's been so many stories of detectorists finding really good things and then just getting booted off the scene.
A bit like Saturn Who when he found Saturn Who, they dismissed him from the history books until he was dead. Basically, he never knew. He died first. I can't remember what his name was. It began with B, I think, the guy. But they only give him recognition once he was dead and out the way. British Museum.
Nice. Yeah, Ralph Fiennes played him in the actor. He was the actor. It was who? Summit Brown, was it the guy?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he played a good part. I enjoyed that on Netflix. It was good. But I have certain skills. Yeah. Yeah, well, there we go. Yeah, Liam Nielsen. I get that all the time. All the time. Yeah. There you go. Dale's having a good laugh. You like Tom Cruise, Dale, apparently. People say you like.
I get that all the time as well, as you know.
You do, mate. Only by yourself. Basil, that's him. Basil.
Basil. Yeah, Basil. That's the one.
Not Basil Brush, Basil Brown.
Poor bloke.
I think it was Basil Brown. I'll say it's Basil Brown.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, he was he played a good part in that. I really enjoyed that. You know that film. It was really good. Yeah. I think he got it off to a T, didn't they? But you know, we're not all too dissimilar, are we? I mean, you think about it, when they find gold, their eyes light up, don't they? The archaeologists in the archae world, their eyes light up and they do little dances and they run around and they get all excited. So the humans, just like we are, we get rather excited finding gold and everything. We're doing the same thing. We're saving things from destruction and we're saving things and bringing them back to life so people can see them, as long as we do it in a responsible manner. So we've got Michael. If I find a hammered, I would think, did someone have a hole in their pocket? Was it lost by a pair of lovers in the field? Did the children of the person who lost the coin go without food for a week? Probably all three, Michael, and much more. Probably all three. I'm a great believer. Andrew Allen has just said dwarf cruise. Let's just get this out and about. How tall are you actually, Dale?
Do you want it to the nearest half inch or?
Yeah, go on then, mate.
Yeah, because it does count when you're this short.
Of course it does.
5'6.5".
That's not bad. That's not bad, mate. That's
yeah. I'm not a midget. I mean, I'm short. But to be honest, there's a lot of people my height.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And,
just, you know what, mate? I'd rather be small than tall because small people last longer. I'm a great believer of your heart won't have to work as hard as my heart does, pumping all the blood around your body. Yours won't have to do as much work. So in theory, you'll last longer. There you go. Small people last longer. Fact.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, there you go, mate. Yeah. And you won't bang your head on door frames and things. Or you can always put an extra bit on your heel of your boot, mate. You can be a bit higher, you know. I used to have a boss that I used to work with. Was only about 5'4", and he used to have built-in heels on his shoes, so he could be a bit higher. There you go.
Yeah, I think that's a bit nasty from Andrew. Is it? He's not after my discount code, is he? Because he ain't getting it.
Is that with or without a booster cushion? Andrew's giving him some stick, mate. He's giving you some stick, Dale. They are, mate. It's all in good banter. It's all in good banter. But at some point, we will stop the.
All right, Andrew. I know you're joking, mate. Don't worry. I don't take nothing to heart, do I, Graham?
No, the thing is with Dale, he does get a bit of stick off us because he's the youngest one in the group of the team on Earth and the admin, and he does get a bit of stick, but he takes it so well. He takes it much better than I would ever take it. He's a fantastic guy. Here's one for you. Look. Good evening from Holland. Rene van der Bosch, as in Bosch, the component maker. Welcome, Rene. I'm sure that's how you pronounce your name. It must be. Yeah. Lovely to see you. That's nice to see people. We've had people from New Zealand on in the first hour. Now we've got somebody from Holland. We've had people from Ireland, Isle of Man, Scotland, you name it. We've got Keith McLaren, a bit of Yorkshire humour. Sorry, we don't mind a bit of humour. Found a bronze disc with concentric circles and small rivets holding a V-shaped attachment on reverse about 50 mil diameter. Anybody ID it, please? It's quite heavy. It might be worth Keith letting us have a physical look at that at some point. I know you can't send pictures over on these live streams, but you can always send a picture over by email. And my website link is below there. If you click onto that, you'll get my email address and bang it over. Tator Treasure says Hobbits are 5'7", so Dale's just on the outskirts of that. But somebody's also telling Dale to give a bit back, and he does. Dale does give a bit back, mate. He takes it right on the chin. He's top man. Top man. Not many people have got a temperament like Dale. There you go. If it was Tat, who's not on tonight because he's not allowed.
Yeah, he's in bed.
No, he's not. Yeah, he'll have his ball and chain on, mate, tonight. So Tat's not allowed on. He's not allowed to play out yet, but he could. He gets a bit of stick as well, but he takes it quite good. It could be Scott the Busman. Scott the Busman. Hi, lol. And it could be a cover for us. Safe the disc. We've got a lot of people coming on. We're up to 40 odd members again, but we haven't got long left now, so we're going to knock it off just before 10 o'clock. It'll knock off. So where are we at? So Michael's put lock. Kev said Sunday night bath time for Tat. Absolutely, I think he'll be still playing with his rubber duck. Yeah, playing submarines and that. Yeah.
He's a bit nervous about coming on, isn't he?
Do you know what? Live streaming isn't for everybody. I mean, if you there's a lot of people on here that comment, which is fantastic, but I wouldn't necessarily expect them to come on for a chat live. So I think there's only a certain amount of people that would do it.
I won't do it.
Melanie can't do it. She won't come on. So yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not. Sorry.
Yeah, he's been waiting for us, yourself and familiar faces, to do it.
I think if you're on and Robert's on and a few more like earlier, I think he'll come on. And the thing is with Tat, he's quite a good guy to engage with regards to detectors, especially his Equinox. You know, he knows his stuff. Let's just have a look at this. Where we at? John's got something coming up. Hi, Graham. A good topic for you is to ask everyone how they're going to detecting. That would take Phil a few hours. Yeah, we'll maybe do that next time, John. because we're just struggling for time now. We're going to knock it off pretty quick in the next 10 minutes or so. Been a great tonight. Thank you both. You'll never walk a line, William. It's good to see you, William. You stay safe up in Scotland. I think the last time I spoke to you, you were full of snow earlier in the year because you had a really rough winter up there, didn't you? But you look outside now, it's fantastic, isn't it? And we had a rough winter here actually, because I've never defrosted the car as many times this winter as I can't remember when was last time I was defrosting that much. Evening, guys from Facebook. I don't know who that is, so evening to you, whoever that could be. We can't get a name. And Michael says he can't go live. No way. And it's not for everybody. Going live is difficult. It's a really good way of interacting with detectorists. But we might do that next time. We'll ask the question about how did people get into detecting, because it's a really good way of doing it. Yes, great idea. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's good news. But yeah, if we can get some, really good banter going, and like I said earlier, we're going to give some free giveaways on the next every live stream that we do. Every live stream we do, we'll give some away free. So you've got your Coil Tech stuff going out tonight for one lucky winner, and we'll see if we can find some new and exciting stuff for the next time, merchandise or whatever it might be. We've got some new Unearth merchandise coming, t-shirts and baseball caps and things coming pretty soon. We've got where we are here. Final thought on places to detect South America. Well, there's a lot of interesting sites out there, isn't there? It's just whether you could get on them, I suppose. Right, okay,
anywhere where the Aztecs have been.
Yeah. Sorry, Graham, it's Gaza from the north. It's all right, Gaza. How are you, my friend? If it's Gaza Brewer, I think it'll be. Gaza Brewer, yeah, hell of a nice fella. One of the nicest men you'll ever meet. Great guy. Good night to Melanie, Graham, and Dale. Yeah, good night to you, Len, as well. Have a good weekend. I know it's Sunday night, but good. I hope you have a lovely bank holiday Monday. So we've got now Yorkshire Digger. Sounds good, guys. Great stream. See you next time. Okay, sir. You're more than welcome. Next Sunday night, 7 o'clock. We'll be here every Sunday Night Live. That's going to be called. So you're more than welcome to link in with that. Now we've got an interesting one here, actually. Where are we at? There we go. Been detecting for bottles all day. Enjoying listening in as I was drinking Guinness and making some chili for dinner. What a fantastic guy. I'm not sure who it is, Dale. I don't know if you can see on Facebook who it is, but I can't see. But he's been digging bottles. It could be Luke, Could be Luke. Luke does a lot of digging, bottle digging. And in fact, I like bottle digging, but I've just not done it for such a long time. We used to do lots of bottle digging when we were kids. Good to see you, Steve Smith. Thanks. See you next week. Lovely to see you on, sir. Thanks for watching. And going back to that one there, drinking Guinness. I love Guinness. I like draft Guinness. I don't like original Guinness. Out of a bottle. Draft Guinness is something else. And you go to Ireland and drink Guinness. That's where you honestly go to Dublin. It's on a different planet.
Apparently. Yeah.
It's fun. I don't think it travels too well, Guinness. I don't think it travels too well. That's the word on the street. But yeah, you got to Dublin, where the Guinness factory is. You seriously know you've had a drink when you get that stuff in here.
The Guinness family, they live in East Anglia, don't they? I'm sure they do. They own half of East Anglia.
Do they? That'd be nice to get permission off them, wouldn't it? They've got the monopoly of East Anglia, eh? It's a funny place, East Anglia, Some of them big farms and big estates are owned by foreign consortiums, Italian and people like that. So you cannot get on. They do blanket bans for detectors. Where's Keith McLaren? Where's he at? My neck's aching a little bit. Would love another gold coin out better. Well, it'll come when you least expect it, Keith. There you go. So keep plugging away. Your next swing could be a gold coin. You just do not know when them gold coins are going to come up. Sovereigns, half sovereigns, guineas.
Good luck, Keith.
Absolutely.
Good luck, mate. You can
do you know what I love milled gold. I know we talk about hammered and Celtic gold, but something about milled gold, Georgian guineas and Georgian sovereigns, Victorian sovereigns. So we've got Lisa now. My pub date let me down tonight, so this has been a lot cheaper. Thanks, Graham and Mel. But I bet
He's calling us cheap.
She's calling us cheap, mate. but I bet she's had a few drinks though. I bet Lisa's had a few glasses of wine. Or no, hang on a minute, gin. I reckon she's a gin drinker. I might be wrong. Gives me a banging headache, gin. 1869, young head Lizzie. 1869, young head Vicky, not Lizzie. Keith, I think you mean. But lovely coins, them sovereigns, aren't they? I mean, you know you've got a serious coin in your hand when you pick a sovereign out. Where we at? Michael, yes, it would be great, but I'm betting the Guinness land would be full of bottle tops. Yeah, you're probably right, mate. Probably right. Where we at now? A lot of people coming on. Great video live. Look forward to next week. Time for a Corona or two. You have Treasure. You have a good drink, mate, tonight, and enjoy your bank holiday Monday. Everybody's off this week, so that's good news. Unless you're working bank holiday, which would be a bit of a bugger. John Clayton's drinking champagne. There you go. How the other half live. He'll be having caviar tomorrow and champagne tonight. Andrew Allen has got. My proper job is in a school. I've somehow got kids interested. Every playtime results in them coming in with various pieces of pot they found in the yard, teaching the next generation our way. Absolutely. That is the way. Absolutely, mate. Is this show Sunday, Graham? Yes, every Sunday we're going to do it. We're going to do it on a Thursday night special, we're going to call it, but we don't want it clashing with lesser channels, so we're going to do it on a Sunday where we're not restricted. I'm not frontliner. No, you're not, mate. Champagne, I don't like champagne. That gives you a banging headache as well, if you're lucky enough to ever drink it. Where we at? Yeah, so that's what we're going to do, Dale. We're going to do some giveaways every time we do a live stream, just to get just to say thanks to people for coming on. We'll just get some merchandise out there, some caps and things and t-shirts and stuff. John wants to come on at some point, so you're more than welcome, John, in the future. We'll put the live stream link on for you and you can come and interact. It's not a problem. I don't know how many were allowed at once. I think we signed up for Melanie likes it. She's just put let me just put. Are you saying? I wonder if Melanie's saying she likes champagne.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, we're going to do live merch giveaways, so we can give away t-shirts and caps and gloves and things, or anything new that comes out. We can always give away as a freebie. Can't do Thursday. I can't do Thursdays. I meant Lisa night in on the champagne. Yeah, she's probably on the champagne, mate. Oh yeah, how the other half live. And he's a nice guy, Steve Power. Great stream, Graham and Mel. Take care. You good luck, mate. It's good luck with detecting, Steve. He's a top man. And then we've got
Mel's just confirming, yeah.
Well, we've had a lot of interaction. We've had hundreds of comments tonight. We did have I did have somebody come on earlier. I don't know if I've actually took the link off very quickly, so I don't think anybody saw it. But it could have been our first sort of not anti-detecting guy, but somebody questioning about detecting. Full stop. But anyway, it didn't come in. Didn't allow it in. Melly's here we go. Melly's the boss, as my wife is too. I hope she's feeling well now. Really enjoying your live stream. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it's she's getting better. She's improved a lot this last week, actually. So hopefully that's a good sign moving forward. Yeah, she's top. Me a Butcher, I'm on Merlot. I'm on Corona. It's still the same bottle as what I cracked open about half an hour ago. Steve Wadey, it will kill. It probably will eventually, but I'm not a big drinker anyway, so I can get away with that sort of stuff. Some of Facebook users are dropping off now because we've only literally got 12 minutes left. We're going to go right on to 10 o'clock, Dale.
Right.
Way past your bedtime. Way past your bedtime, mate. But
Well, yeah.
you can't give us any information on anything coming up in the future either, Dale, can you? You sworn to secrecy on any fines or anything you've made lately or not?
Not really. I mean, I'd like to keep my cards close to my chest because I put my videos out each week.
Yeah.
So, whereas I used to post all my fines up on the group,
yeah.
I don't like to spoil it for people. I like them to watch my videos. But I do.
Yeah.
I have been posting a few pictures and that. But I did make a good discovery a month or two ago, which is coming up in June. That's all I can say.
Right. So we've got to wait till next month. Any idea on are you going to release it video on film first, or are you going to?
No, it's getting released in the Detectors magazine, the one and only.
Right. Yeah.
You'll know the date of that. I don't know when you're releasing the
end of June. We're going to do it. Yeah, towards the end of June. Yeah.
Yeah, and as soon as it's dropped on the exclusive in the magazine, then a video will be released on YouTube. So anyone who's watching who's not subscribed, if you want to be part of that, give me a sub, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's quite exciting.
So that's a big find then you've made. That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That's something for people to look forward to. That Dale. So anybody that's watching on here now, remember Dale's made a significant find, but he's not releasing the information until next month when it goes in the magazine, our Detectorist magazine. So keep an eye out for that. That's well done to Dale. Even I don't know fully what it is. So there you go. I say with a smile on my face. But all jokes aside, this is the real deal. He's a jammy little bugger. Where can we get the Detectorist mag? Well, that's a good one actually. It's a very straightforward. It's a magazine. You can go onto the Unearth website, Steve, and at the top there's a toolbar. You can put your details in there, and you can subscribe to the magazine. So once you've subscribed to it, when it's released bi-monthly, you'll get the magazine sent to you by email under PDF. It's really good interactive magazine called The Detectorist, and it has lots of nice features and photographs of people's finds and information, advice and guidance and everything else. So yes, have a look. Have a look at that. Subscribe to it, Steve. Yorkshire Digger, new subs all round from me. Cheers, guys. That's very nice. So you've got a new sub there, Dale.
Thank you very much.
I like Dale's YouTube channel because he's relatively new to the YouTube game, but he shows everything he finds, and there's no silliness, there's no dancing, there's no silly music going right through the film. It's just pure detecting. So, and of course, he's got a major find coming up soon, so everybody's going to hopefully enjoy watching that. So Steve said, great, I will do. Percy Valhalla Vanier. Excellent live, Graham. Loads of friends and new faces in the chat. Looking forward to further Sundays get-togethers. You're more than welcome, sir. It's lovely to see you here as a new sort of, part of the new community. But you're more than welcome anytime. Anytime. So somebody's asking, Dale, you're getting people wanting to subscribe to your channel. Yeah,
it's Sis11. So like scissors, but just SCISS 11, and then it's Detecting World Review. So just search either way. If not, give me a shout, and I'll on Facebook, and I'll be able to send you a link.
Hang on a minute, mate. I should better type that in.
Yeah, type it in for people. Yeah.
There you go. Sis11 Detecting World Review. Am I right?
Yeah.
There's another one asking for your channel, Dale. So
you just posted it, so.
But that's what I'm saying. YouTube can have a lot of idiots on it that really don't do the detecting world any service at all, or do a disservice. And you've got people like Dale and others that do a really good job.
The whole team Unearthed, we're all the same, aren't we? None of us are doing it to get freebies off yourself or be celebrities or anything like that. We just do it because that's a hobby, and we like to film, and it's just a nice little hobby to do, really. Yeah.
It's good. The thing is with YouTube films, when you're detecting, you can look back when you're older at some of the finds that you made. You might be in your later years as a pensioner, for example. You can look back at your finds and really sort of enjoy looking and reliving that experience. So there's his YouTube channel there. Hi Graham, this is for the Knox. Will they take the 14x9 coil? Yes, they will. Dale's got DJGR. I'm not sure who that is. That might be Dave Reed. Actually, I'm gonna guess that's Dave Reed. Dave, they do. Dale actually uses the hard case for his machine, and I don't think he gets your 15-inch coil in, Dale, does it? But
No.
he'll get the 14. He'll get the 14x9 in.
Yeah,
the problem is,
I can get the 14x9 and the 6-inch in there at the same time with the detector.
yeah,
But
that's
the
a medium.
15-inch, the 15-inch won't go in. But you do
No.
the larger one as well, don't you? That might fit in the
Yeah,
larger
we
one.
do. Do you know what the biggest problem is with them hard cases? Is the cost. So what it costs us to get them in stock and then to sell them, after postage and VAT, it's honestly not worth selling them. But we have got a small number of them coming, hopefully at the end of next week. So we've got another comment. Simon, have you got any dates set for the Unearth Weekender? Tomorrow, Simon, I'm gonna be ringing around a few contacts and see if we can nail down a firm date for this. But we're looking at the end of August for it, the Weekender. So you're more than welcome to come along. Like I said, it will be in the northwest, Lancashire. And hopefully it'll be good, a really, really good weekend where people can enjoy meeting each other and doing a bit of networking. But not only that, on a serious note, enjoy the detecting experience as well. And we have one guy here. Look, you fat mince pie. So we've got Eddie Bethway, who is a friend of ours. Is Eddie. And he never really comes on social media that often, but he's calling me a fat mince pie. And the reason why he's calling me that is because one day we went detecting together on one of Eddie's permissions, and I had some mince pies with me, and I ended up eating them and not sharing them. So he's never let me forget that experience with the mince pie, and he still gives me some stick about it. So good to see you on here, Eddie. Where we at? So we've got one Kev, super Kev. I'm just gonna have to put the comments up and get away from the mince pie comment. Good for the mental health well-being and the soul there, Kev. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Kev's the top guy. Kev came on one of the Unearthed digs I think it might have been last year, and he got a gold coin actually in the first hour or two. So he's a good detectorist, is Kev. And I think we've got Duncan for you, Dale.
Thanks, Duncan.
You've got a subscription there. And we've got probably a lot cheaper. Yeah, probably. I think, do you know what? I think we're in danger of having really good accessories for the detecting world out there that are just too expensive. I mean, there's some bits and pieces that we sell that are just not worth selling. We just don't. In fact, we were selling things that were losing money in the end. So they're just too dear to get in now. So we've got more comments. Everyone likes to see what the other guy found. Absolutely. So we've got 3 minutes left, guys, and then we're going to go. We're still around about 36 viewers at the moment. We've been as high as 50, I think. I think we got to about 55 at one point, which is fantastic. But we're getting a lot mainly on YouTube tonight, whereas last week when we did one, it was mainly Facebook, which is always good. I'm just trying to see. I've got one here coming through now. You attempted doing a YouTube vid, but too much faff, swing, dig, film, talk. Not for me, so keep up the good work. No, it doesn't. Do you know what? It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. But equally, if you can do it correctly and you do it in the right manner and it doesn't take up too much time and effort, it can be a really good way of recording your finds and remembering when you've been detecting. I still look back at some of my YouTube videos from back 10 years back or whenever it was, 7 or 8 years ago. I remember getting that hammered coin, or I remember getting that Roman brooch, or whatever. It's a really good way of going back in time and seeing it. Because detecting is like time travel, isn't it? It's the nearest thing to time travel, because you're picking up things that have never been touched in 2,000 years. Sometimes it's a great thing. Where we are? I'm the buyer of composites company. The big cost is the mold, though. Yeah, no, it's. I can imagine, Mike. Yeah. Everything's cost nowadays. Everything seems to be going up and up and up. Crazy world we live in. Crazy real. Right, listen, folks, I'm going to knock it off a little bit early because I know there's a lot of people wanting to go to bed and things, but it's been a great couple of hours there. Fantastic that you've linked in with this live stream. It's the way forward. We'll be doing a Sunday night live every week. I'm going to sneak in one more with Darren. I use an app called Track to track and record my finds where I have detected. Absolutely fantastic. All good stuff. All good stuff. Goodbye, fan. Keep up the good work, guys. Graham and Mel, I'm where we at. Keep up the great work, guys. Graham and Mel, I'm asking after her. Hope to see you soon, Gazza. Yeah, no problem, mate. Love to see you again soon, Gaz. Let me know how many subscribers you get on your YouTube channel, Dale.
Yeah, no, I'll let you know. Yeah, no problem.
There you go. You never know, mate. You might get to that magical 300. Now I'm just going to put it up for the last 30 seconds. You never know. You might get a few subscribers to it.
Yeah, well, we got the giveaway on the 300, didn't we? So we're giving away.
How far? So you've got a giveaway. So how far are you off?
I think I was on 274 before the stream.
Right.
So it weren't far off, but obviously I'm giving away the unearthed coin tray, aren't I? So that's a nice little thing to give away.
Good incentive for people to join, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, mate. Good luck with it. Right. Okay, guys. Thanks very much for watching and stay safe, everybody. Have a good bank holiday weekend. I'm going to end the broadcast now. Bye for now, folks. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.